Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Speak of the Joker, and today we are playing 60 Seconds Reatomized, which I believe is their fun way of saying remastered. I never played the original, but I did last week play 60 Parsecs, which is essentially the same game but in space. I thought that was the first game and 60 Seconds was the second game. I got that completely wrong all last week. 60 Seconds was the first game, the one we're playing right now, so it kind of makes sense. This is what's going on Earth, and then the other game is what's going on in space. So, the briefest of descriptions from Steam here is 60 Seconds. The post-apocalyptic dark comedy is back because it's remastered and even more radioactive than before. Scavenge supplies, rescue your family, and stay alive in your fallout shelter. Make difficult decisions, hunt mutant roaches, and maybe survive? Or not? So, the space version, which I have lots of experience with now, because I played it last week, I played one round for 3 hours and I ended up losing. And Val and some other people commented that this game actually usually has shorter rounds than 60 seconds. Now, this is a remastered. Maybe they changed it. I was under the impression that you could have a 5-minute round, a 20-minute round, and if you're doing great, you're doing a 30-minute round. I never expected to play for 3 hours. So let's see where this game goes. Lessons learned: try not to get rid of your tools. If you're sending your tools out on missions, that might be a problem, because if the mission fails, then you lose your tools. That's the big message. I'm not sure how much it matters. You probably need more soup than you think you need. That would be a lesson learned. This one's a little different because it is your family that you're playing with versus surviving with strangers. So it's like, oh, there's your wife. Well, there's me, you know. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So let's just dive in and play. And I will say the one thing I'm hoping for is shorter rounds. I also wouldn't mind winning, just, you know, for the record. I do like winning. I know I don't do it often enough, so you might think, oh, he doesn't really like to win. No. I do, in fact, like to win. Let me adjust my screen a little. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm moving to frame by frame, moving me over. And then we'll go transform, and I'll go reset. And then watch this. Boom. So subtle, but now everything is centered. So subtle. Okay, this game is keyboard and mouse, which is fine, because I continually have problems with my controllers. I did take Evo's advice, and I took apart the controller a little, and I cleaned it out, and I sprayed some air in it, so hopefully the controls will be working a little bit better. Well, let's dive in. We're diving in. Didn't I say that already? I'm going to stop my music, because I believe the game has music. So let's check the options real quick. Oh, that's cool. Hey, lots of different languages. I know it's a little easier when you have a game that's not voice acted, but still, that's always appreciate that. What is memories? Oh, well, there you go. Here's proof that I have not played. I did, when this game first came out, I watched my favorite YouTuber, Many a True Nerd. Shout out Many a True Nerd, if you see this. I don't know. Somehow. I watched him play. So I do know the premise of the game, but now that I've played 60 Parsecs, the sequel, I think I know more than watching it anyways. Let's go. I'm excited. I do hope we get a tutorial though, because I can't do enough tutorials. Oh, there's different game types. Perfect your post-apocalyptic skills and unlock fancy rewards in these special challenging adventures. Achievements disabled. Scavenge. Scavenge supplies from your house and make sure the fallout shelter is well stocked by the end of your run. No survival included. Oh! Okay, we're going to play traditional, but I really want to check out these other game modes. I don't think this existed before. I think this is part of the remastering. The experience of one-of-a-kind post-apocalypse. Survive in your fallout shelter with randomly selected supplies. Now, this one's not bad. I would probably... Honestly, I would probably pick that. The atomic experience. Scavenge around your house for supplies and then survive. I think this is the traditional experience, and I would just say, like, to the game developers, it's really awesome when you remaster a game and add other game modes, if these weren't in the original. But the one thing I would say is I would add just a note that's like, this is the original experience. Like, this is the game. Because I've watched somebody play, so and then I played the sequel, but if I hadn't done either of those, I don't know that I would know this is the original intended experience. Does that make sense? I think sometimes it's okay to tell people directly. All right, absolutely doing the tutorial. Learn about how to scavenge supplies. Okay. There might be fewer items if this was the original and then maybe the sequel expanded. Oh, the graphics are very different. It's like a 3D model. This is interesting. Yeah, so it's very, like, very 3D model. Yeah, this is so weird. This is very different. King Doc, welcome to the show. You're working on some prints? King Doc has a Patreon. He sends me prints every month. Not only are they cool, but one of my favorite things is they make great gifts. So I'm walking into it and it says power. You know, people don't get artwork a lot very often. So when you get these prints and you say, oh, this will be good for this person, or I think this person will really like it, usually they're like, whoa, they're really surprised. They're like actual art from a talented human being. I realize I'm not doing what the game is telling me to do, but part of me is just like, I'm kind of, these 3D models are not great. I mean, it's an older game, but they did remaster it, so I sound really negative. I didn't mean that to come off negative. All right, let's do the tutorial. Good job. Might be some hope. Let's keep those legs moving. Legs moving, I'm ready. This is the only time the legs move. Okay, go to the living room. Boom. Not bad. But you better be in good shape. There's more where that came from. Okay. So far, this tutorial has been very strange. Fun time's over. It's a matter of life and death. Find your son, Timmy. No. Uh-oh. Timmy? Timmy? Timmy. Whew. Good thing you know the layout of your house. I bet you the Reds know it too. They're talking about communists. This is... Grab Timmy. Family comes first. Does family actually come first in this game? Consider taking other family members too. Okay, so no. You can take whoever you want. Timmy's safe, but you need to find food to keep the shelter stocked. I saw food. Find the highlighted can of soup. Oh, okay. Not that can of soup. There is soup everywhere. I have to find the highlighted can of soup? Maybe the tutorial was not a good use of my time. Welcome to Show Breathing. I seriously cannot find the highlighted can of soup. Okay, this doesn't bode well for my attention skills in the rest of the game. Boy, I really wouldn't mind if she would stop that racket. Yeah. I can't actually find that. Is there a mini map? I can see a compass up there, but Okay, what you're looking for is highlighted can of soup. Okay. Well, let's assume it's highlighted in a way that maybe I don't understand. Oh, that was the highlighted can of soup? Cool. You can sustain a family of 4 for what? Every American shelter also has a supply of water. Hunt for some bottles. I mean, here's one. Oh, I have to find the highlighted water bottle. Okay, well, let's check the kitchen. Is that the highlighted bottle? I'm just going to click on every bottle since I clearly can't see the highlight. Nope. Aha! That one I could see. That was obvious to me. That's enough water for now, but you've got yourself a problem, Bustum. Your hands are full. So I need to dump it in the shelter. You can only carry so much. Every item weighs at least 1 slot. You need to drop whatever you're carrying before you can pick up more. Yep, drop in here, right? Right? Drop all the items. Okay. So I just need to be right here and they all drop in. Okay. And even little Timmy. No one knows how long you're going to be down there, so you'll need a radio. Is this not the radio? Okay. How many radios does this house have? I guess actually, if it's, what is it supposed to be, the 50s? Or is it, yeah, I guess it's the 50s. They'd probably have a lot of radios, because there's maybe have one TV. Sometimes you get a few extra seconds before the siren sounds to scout your surroundings, but after it goes off, you need to start packing. Collect 5 items and drag them to shelter in time. Our incredibly advanced warning system gives you 60 seconds to scavenge what you need. Let's give it a try. Collect at least 5 or more items and family members in the next 60 seconds. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. I want the axe. Boom, the axe takes up 2 slots. Okay, med pack takes up 2 slots. Oh, she takes up 3 slots. That's interesting. I don't know that I love that about this game, but the wife and Timmy take up 2 slots, and the daughter takes up 3 slots. Not my favorite joke. Okay, well, I completed the tutorial, but I also feel like I have really done a bad job. Do I have sprint? Yep, feel free to just grab it. You know, I realized in the space one, there was no water. Water wasn't a consideration. Now, how do I get in? Now you know how to get what survived, but the training is far from over. I'll see you downstairs. Well, I don't know that I want to train this part. I just wanted the tutorial to get used to the layout of the house and the speed of the grabbing. 1 bottle equals 4 cups. I don't know that I want to do the tutorial all the way in here. Does that make sense? Am I being silly? Let's just see. If it's 1 day. Day 1, you made it to the shelter. Congratulations, but the drill's not over. You'll end up here with whatever and whoever you brought with you. Nothing else. you'll need to make the most of it. Next few days you'll need to make the most of it. The next few days will teach you how to survive down here while the world outside burns. Explore and interact with your surroundings. You can always find out useful things about your shelter and your inhabitants when your survival journal is not open yet or hidden. Okay. You could always find out useful things about your shelter and your inhabitants when your survival journal is not open. Oh, meaning this is like physically in the way of me looking around. I got that. We must ration food and water. Since this is your first day down here, you'll need to get used to your surroundings. Believe me, ventilation hum can drive anyone nuts. If you don't, I wish those lights wouldn't flash. Don't occupy yourself with something to do. Get some decent rest and we'll carry on tomorrow. Nighty-night. Should we go outside? Unavailable. Oh, how's this work? Everybody gets soup, everybody gets water? Oh no, okay. So unlike the space game where it was literally one can, this is... .75? Okay, gotcha. So one can is 4 meals. I don't know if it's the same, like, ratio as the 60 parsecs, meaning, like, you feed it once and they're good for 4 days, or... I guess we'll find out. Okay, well, nobody gets any food. It's day 1. Get hungry. Okay. This doesn't look bad, but I'm guessing this shelf is where the soup goes, so I probably need more soup than this. 5 bottles. Oh, there's soup here. Okay. 7 cans of soup. I did pretty well. How do I actually, like, end the day? Gotcha. Okay. This is still the tutorial, so I'm not sure how long I want to play the tutorial. This is what I'm saying. I got a little scruffy for this, so. Good morning, survivalist. Hope you slept well. Beds comfortable enough? I don't see any beds. No, well, we better get used to it since you'll be staying here a while. We'll start today's activity with rationing, since you need to do it every day. But after that, we'll move on to something else. Got your attention? Good. Now listen. There's a risk that you'll run out of supplies eventually. Everything can be useful, but food and water are critical to your survival. And if they're gone, you'll be gone soon. Then you can say corn dog. Gone sooner than you can say corn dog. Wow, sorry. Oh, it's perfect for this game. My mind is addled from lack of sleep, so just like these people, I'll be struggling. Sending people out into the wasteland is no walk in the park. Do it too early or without gas masks, and it can be a suicide mission for them. Send healthy and well-fed people. Sick, hurt, or crazed people are more likely to perish. Now, they didn't tell me this at all in the 60 parsecs game, and I think that's what happened. I mean, it makes sense. Like, logically it makes sense, but I wasn't sure if this game accounted for things like that. I think it does. What I'm thinking is happening is there's all these, like, dice rolls on the back end. So if somebody's sick, it's like -5 to their dice roll. You know, if somebody's healthy, it's like +5 or whatever. That's my theory. This time you'll need to send someone out. But if you ever want to skip a trip to the surface, don't select anyone. Okay, so I do need to send somebody out. Because it's the tutorial. And now I need to ration food. I mean, she's going to be leaving. So I don't know if this counts. I don't know if that actually gave her the food and water. This is only a drill, so your explorer will come back after a little bit, but in the event of a real apocalypse, they might be gone for a couple days. In the meantime, you'll be faced with other problems that'll test your limits. I'm talking about making decisions that can break even the best of men's moral spine. We'll see what clay you're made of, but first, ration food and water. We don't want to starving, do we? Mary Jane went outside. Ted should drink something soon. Keep wanting us to ration food and water. Thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. Okay, and there's the can of soup that we've started. So this is how they handle fractions. In the space game, they didn't have fractions. Everybody gets some water. Does this mean if nobody eats, I get 0.25 of a soup? Oh, here we go. I'm an army man, so I don't know a second thing about imagination. But you can probably use yours now. Picture this scenario. You come across your kid's hamster, who in some bizarre way found its way into the shelter. Kids are obviously going to love it, and so will you. There's nothing better than food that comes to you on its own. Now it's up to you. Do you cook them? Maybe not on day 3? Whatever, it's the tutorial. I get to say no. In real life, yeah, I don't think the hamster's gonna make it, but... I mean, because he's gotta eat. Like, he's eating food, even if you don't eat him. Good choice, a little furry guy can stay and fatten up. It'll make a bigger meal in a few days. Maybe you'll only source of food when you run out of cans. Dad is no longer thirsty. Nobody's thirsty. You might be faced with decisions that require to use your own equipment. However, sometimes you might find that you don't have one. So in the space game, there was like a 3D printer and you could make things. And I'm realizing that's not an option here. So whatever you have, you have. That might make it harder. So make sure the right supplies before you go blast. Keep in mind, every item can be used for something. What do you want to do today? Clean a rifle, listen to the radio, or maybe play Shadow Bunnies. Yeah, we're gonna... First of all, the rifle should be maintained, so we're gonna listen to the radio. Alright, I'm kind of done with the tutorial. I get the idea. Oh, she's injured. The radio is critical to establishing communications with the army. Good news, the expedition isn't back. Sometimes they return with extra supplies, sometimes they won't. She was injured. She's hungry. Kid's not complaining today. Okay. Life hard's for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Timmy's good. Okay. Time to ration supply. First aid kit. Now, does it fully... Well, here's one thing I want to test. Does it fully use the first aid kit? Because if it fully uses the first aid kit, that's going to change some things. In the 60 parsecs, I'm going to keep mentioning that game since I literally played it a week ago. But in the 60 parsecs, the first aid kit was a one-time use. You need at least one alive adult to keep going. Oh. If you send your only survivor to the surface, you won't know what's happening in your bunker until they come back. That's cool! In the 60 parsecs game, you couldn't send yourself. And when they do, your shelter might already belong to someone else. A decent padlock may protect it, but not for long. This was a busy day. Take your time and get some sleep. Made it this far, you're doing great. Have a chance of getting out. That's kind of fun that you can just send yourself out. So, is the first aid kit depleted? That's what I want to know. I've only just sent someone outside, but let's give it another try today. Okay, you know what? How long is this tutorial? And now I just feel like I'm playing the game. Empty first aid kit. Okay, so I think that means we can get supplies. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. We're gonna go play the real game. How do I get out of here? I'm done. That's nothing wrong with an in-depth tutorial, but at this point I'm just full on actually playing the game. Oh, this is fun. Soup! What? Am I loading something? Day 6? Oh! You can go back to the menu in the middle of the game. Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, that's the tutorial. Continue, new game. Alright. One game at a time. That was the tutorial. Let's go. Select your character, Ted. I'm obviously dressed as Ted. Select difficulty. Oh, really? That's fun. I don't know if this is new or not, but... Okay. Packed suitcase. Holiday luggage. Health issues, rare. Fragile equipment? No. Sturdy. Unwanted visitors, few. Trouble, sometimes. Exploring time, 20 seconds. Scavenging time, 60 seconds. Stock shelter, some junk. And this is stock shelter prepper style. That's fun. Health issues. Unwanted visitors, hordes. Trouble every day. I mean, let's play the middle one. I mean, most games I'm all about like easy mode, but this is the game that you're supposed to kind of lose and replay. So let's go ahead and we'll select what they're calling average difficulty. Okay, we have 10 seconds to explore before we start grabbing stuff. So we got radio, people, gas mask. We absolutely need the gas mask. So we'll go Timmy. Timmy because he's right there. Boom. Boom. Doth. Grab daughter. Boom. Toss. All this stuff being on this shelf feels like very helpful. Because it's like I can grab it on my way past. We're halfway there. Absolutely want the gas mask. I don't know where my luggage is, my packed luggage, because the game made it sound like that would be a big advantage, having packed luggage. But I'm not seeing it, and now I've wasted quite a bit of time trying to get luggage that might not even exist. Whew! That was close. I got the gas mask. I don't have a first aid kit. I got the whole family. I don't know what that, like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know. I got the Boy Scout manual. This looks pretty well stocked. I am definitely much lower on soup and water than I had wanted. I have 2 different weapons. Okay, here we go. This is the real game, no longer the tutorial. All of us made it into the shelter, just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remembered hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Okay. Our shelter used to be fully stocked, but somehow we always found a better way to use stock supplies instead of leaving them for an emergency. Oh, once we had a soup dinner party, another time we needed the rifle to help our neighborhood watch in a vicious fight against raccoons. Luckily, some of the supplies were untouched. Okay, so they're saying some of the supplies were untouched. What's down here that we didn't bring? Bug spray? That's not that great. We got a little unlucky with that roll, I think. Okay, nobody will eat today. Nobody will go out today. It's hard being down here, living here. We need to make some of the best of it. Okay. So there's nothing to do day 1. There's no event. I feel like the 60 parsecs had an event every day. Oh yeah, coffee's kicking. Okay, not much going on yet. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in so far is so far from normal, we might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. Head seems to be doing all right, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Mary Jane says she is fine, but doesn't need anything. And doesn't need anything. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong boy. He's doing just fine. Okay, nobody needs anything. And we're... Oh, it's interesting. They don't tell us in decimals anymore. But yes, 1 can of soup is, in fact, 4 people. Okay. Nobody gets anything. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface will be a big risk to our health right now. So we don't have a health pack, so we're probably not going to do that. Should we schedule an expedition for tomorrow? What does that do? Why didn't the tutorial tell me? So if I schedule an expedition, does that mean I'll be more prepared? Should we start preparing? Like I'll have more supplies? Well, whatever. We're gonna click it. You maniacs, you blew it up. Oh, darn you all the heck. That's something we should have told our neighbors when they blew up their barbecue last spring. Those were good times. Okay, we're gonna schedule an expedition. I don't know what that means. The reality is, I wouldn't be going out 3 days after a bomb went off. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits us. Ted needs water to survive. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. There has to be some water left. Okay, everybody's thirsty. It is day 3. How about Timmy getting something to drink? He's not looking well. Everybody gets something to drink. Who goes outside? We need to make a choice today for the expedition. Which one of us is best fit for the wasteland? Oh! Okay, they can only take 1 item. Oh, we're not ready to go out yet, actually. We prepared for it, but we're not actually ready for it. Everybody's gonna be hungry today, right? Nobody's thirsty. Great. Ted is happy to risk his life in the waste. Oh! So you can't send them out unless you prepare for the expedition. Okay. It looks like the area is still radiated. I'm not planning to send anybody out. Claustrophobia is difficult to fight against, especially in this little clustered bunker. Maybe you could open the door just for a minute, let some air in. No, we're not gonna open the door. All right, everybody gets a can of soup today. I know they're not hungry, but I'm guessing we're gonna get to the ability to send an expedition. That Geiger counter noise, though, is not very comforting. Keeping the door closed was the right thing to do, but the tensions are rising in our tiny little shelter. Ted is fine. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying out loud. Everything seems to be okay with Dolores. So no news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Okay, so everybody ate. Everybody has water. Whew, we're struggling. The area still looks irradiated. It's unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. No, we're not there yet. We're pretty sure that Mary Jane has her birthday 2 weeks ago. But it turns out it's today. Shall we get her something? So from my experience in 60 parsecs, if you had an item to click on, you should click on it. So we have an item to click on. So we're going to click on it and hope that helps. There is a bug in here. Maybe this will help, but I don't want her to spray herself with bug spray. Well, she doesn't seem sick. Kids these days are all about those spray deodorants. The anti-bug spray probably works the same way. Jane was so excited. Oh, Ted should drink something. Everybody wants water. Okay, everybody needs water again, which makes sense. It's like literally every 3 days. It is like clockwork. Okay. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you mind getting sick. Great. Ted is vigorous enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. So is this like a real thing? Or are they saying like... kind of is. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. So let's plan for an expedition tomorrow. And we'll call it, you know, day 7. We'll plan for an expedition. I think I would wait months. After all the days you spent down here, we're not exactly clean. We smell bad. Real bad. It didn't bother us until we noticed it. And now we're about to get sick. Why not take a shower? We don't have soap. Ammunition? Gas mask? We don't want to use the gas mask, so let's use the bug spray. It'd be nice if we could get rid of the bug that's in here. We all smell, so we're going to use the bug spray. Oh no! We finished off the bottle? Oh, we finally have a good use for all that bug spray we brought down. It probably smells better than we do, so we can use it to become a bit more presentable. Darn. Ted's no longer thirsty. Alright, great. Everybody's doing great. Unfortunately... Okay, time to send somebody out. That's the reality. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose the right person. How do I know how keen people are? Boy, that bug really is driving me nuts. Timmy and Dolores look the most, like, unfazed right now. Shoot. If we go out with Ted, we don't know what's going on in the shelter while we're gone. Alright, Timmy. It's either Timmy or Dolores. Sorry, Tim. You got this, bud. This is a horrible idea. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know when he'll come back. There's nothing going on with Ted. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Today, Dolores has been fine. Nobody gets any food. I don't really like that it's all crossed out. That's scary. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are. We can clearly hear the phone ringing outside. Shoot! This is what I should have said Timmy to do. Yes. Well, he's not gone yet. We sent him outside. So, but this seems like a much better use of sending him outside. Should someone go answer it? No. Nobody's gonna go answer it. Make contact with other wastelanders. Oh, so that would be the benefit of answering it. Not on day 8 and not without the gas mask. So that's what I'm gonna say. Nobody's gonna go answer it. Which, you know, I feel bad, but whatever. Okay. Way too dangerous to just randomly run to a ringing phone in the middle of radioactive ghost town. We're not taking any chances. It took a while before the ringing stopped. It was pretty annoying. All Ted wishes for our fridge. A few drops of water. Alright, we're back to everybody needing water. Whew. We are running out of food and water. We'll be out in like 10, I guess like 15 days, so we're going to be in some serious trouble. There's nothing more annoying than silence. That's all we're getting from our radio. No music, no talking, nothing. Is there anything we can do with the radio? Make it work again? Yes? What is this actually asking me? Is there anything we can do with the radio to make it work again? Yes? Like, I don't know what it's asking me. It seems like yes is the right answer? I don't know. Oh, great! We've got our sock puppet. Awesome. Well, we did. We did what we could, but we still can't hear anything, darn it. Ted is not thirsty. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted has gone crazy. So Ted's hungry, probably because he's gone crazy. Wouldn't you know it, our dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. For some reason, she was hiding it in the scout book we kept in the shelter. We have no doubts what needs to be done right now. Each of us must be assigned a role, and the diary must be read aloud, right? No, absolutely not. Ted has lost his mind. That's what happened. I sure hope Timmy's back, and I sure hope he brought food and water. You need to learn from the Donner people. Oh, I know all about the Donner people. Well, not all about. Like, it's just... I live in California, so it's a big thing out here. Mary Jane thanked us for respecting her privacy. She then ripped out and tore all the pages, set them on fire, stomped on them, and fed them to a mutated rat outside. A bit excessive, but we all feel better now that it's been dealt with. We still wonder what she wrote about us, though. Oh, Ted is just... Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. Great. That's me. I'm Ted. Ted's no longer hungry. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted's crazy after 10... Kerr says Ted's crazy after 10 days. That was fast. Yeah. You're not wrong. A group of doctors knocked on our door today requesting some supplies that would be helpful for refilling their first aid kits. We didn't doubt that they were real doctors for a second. They did have lab coats and everything. Shall we help them? Yes. Why am I helping them? Because... Oh, maybe I shouldn't help them. Oh well. We're helping them because we need a first aid kit for when Timmy comes back. So... That's it. That's like the last of our water. We asked them for their doctor's license, but all of them claimed they left them in another pair of trousers. We didn't dare ask if it was just... the one pair. That's silly. We gave them a water bottle and wished them a good journey and better luck with trousers. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. Ted should drink something. Yeah? Should Ted drink something? Sure. I really hope Timmy comes back. While Mary Jane was rummaging through our belongings, she found a single plant seed. We have no idea what kind of seed it is, but maybe it's the start of something great. If we're lucky, it might be an apple tree or a cherry tree or something edible. We need to use our bottle of water to plant it. How about that? We need to use a bottle of water to plant it. Well, we're going to be out of water, so... You know what? I'm just saying yes. Like, I don't know. Probably not. Like, this is a bad idea, but Timmy's gonna come back with like 10 bottles of water. Where is Timmy? Where is Timmy? In the space game, the expeditions were 3 days. Where is Timmy? Here goes nothing. Soil, seeds, water. We'll see what happens in a few days' time. We'll still just hope these seeds don't turn into some useless flower. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. Ted's no longer thirsty. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really should find her something to drink fast. And they will not survive without water. Well, the good news is we don't have any water. So they're going to die. I have sacrificed my family to plant a tree. Our starry excuse for a dinner was interrupted by a raspy voice coming from outside, saying, "Want to buy a rock?" We calmed down when we realized the voice belonged to an old man Jim. He used to live in our town. Well, at least we think he did. Just never quite figured out where he stayed. We should probably answer his question. It's impolite to keep people waiting. No, we don't want to buy a rock. If he was offering water, then maybe it'd be worth it. You're saying death after 15 days? I think you're right, Kerr. I think we're about to get game over. Much faster than 60 parsecs. Dolores looks pretty put together, considering how messed up she is. We did the only reasonable thing, which is to shout really loud that nobody's home. The man soon left and didn't bother us. Ted's mental health worries us all. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. So, like, Timmy has been gone for 8 days. I think he's just not coming back. And so maybe don't send people out in the first week. We can keep sitting on our backsides in this tiny little bunker. We can start thinking about getting away if possible radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We do it on our own, especially part blah blah blah, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Yes, fine. Turn on the radio. I think our daughter is about to die. Timmy's back. He brought nothing. Our wife is dead and our daughter's gone. I mean, Ted's crazy, but he is still here. You know, there's something to be said for that. It also might have to do with that I gave him my last drop of water. Yeah, we're keeping the skeleton. Let's find out. Maybe our daughter ran off. We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on its way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and he's safe. Our house wasn't the only one to suffer. Most of the neighborhood was destroyed. The street was completely covered with piles of rubble and chunks, and walls and roof tile. The rare passerby in a gas mask can occasionally be seen from a distance scavenging for supplies. The debris formed a tunnel of sorts. At the end of the tunnel, there was a bright light. We were amazed, we were frightened, we were curious. We soon discovered the meaning of it. Yep, it was a flashlight. Darn it! Our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. The last expedition got us thinking. Maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course. Most of the automobiles are completely burnt out. But if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, we could build a vehicle on our own. So maybe there's multiple win conditions. Like, you drive away, you scavenge enough parts and you drive away, or you wait long enough for the military. Either way, we're not going to make it. We've lost half our family. Perhaps we could build a vehicle on our own. We better keep an eye out for those future expeditions. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted's mental health worries us. Ted should drink soon. When Mary Jane found out she was not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland. Maybe she made the right choice, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this, and she's getting her water one way or another. She maybe made the right choice. If we had only a few drops of water, we could have avoided it. Dolores died of dehydration last night. Timmy's really tired. Timmy needs food. It's today or never. Okay, so they're making it very clear. He's going to die. At least I think this game is a little more clear about what your choices mean. It's also quite a bit harder. Yep, we're going to prep that expedition. There isn't a lot of space down here. We can smell everything. One of the wall bricks got loose today and revealed a hole. We felt pretty sick. The smell coming from the hole is terrible. Should we investigate and remove the source of the stench? At this point, it can't hurt. I mean, I don't know, like, I'm guessing it's gonna, like, leak radiation in, but let's do it. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside. What happened next nearly gave us a heart attack. Some crazed rodent, reptile, or whatever this mad creature was, leapt out and started jumping all over the shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it. Before we could do anything, it pushed our radio off the table. Okay, so we were full-on in endgame game over territory. We already were, but this is bad. It pushed our radio off the table and never came back. We never saw it again. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. Ted's no longer hungry, but he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to drink. Timmy still hasn't rested. I mean, rest. How about getting him something to drink? Okay. Let's go, Ted. Take the gun. We're gonna come back and Timmy's full-on dead. Like, I know this. Oh, Timmy looks great. Oh, I thought what happened, I misunderstood. I thought the tutorial was saying if you send, like, Ted out, then you don't know what's going on in the shelter, but it looks like I do still have access to what's going on in the shelter. Ted left prison service, so hope he'll be back soon. Timmy has rested. Timmy's no longer hungry. Timmy's in terrible shape. He needs water now. There is no water to give him. Soup has water, just for the record. We were admiring the radioactive landscape when we saw a young woman dressed as ragged clothing, blah blah blah. We don't have anything to give her. Like, we are seriously at endgame right here. Timmy's still alive. That's actually really surprising. He looks in pretty good condition. This woman says she hunts mostly for food. Clearly, she's an uncivilized savage. Delicious soup is what decent people eat these days. Okay, would have been nice to give her some ammo. Maybe she would have given us some food. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. We can't. And we don't have a radio. So yeah, we're so done. That radio breaking, I think, was our rare slim chance. Okay, so Timmy's dead, so we don't know what's going on in the shelter. So now this is us getting back to the shelter. What's this guy got going on? Is this a little Kevin Costner postman situation? Ah, they say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Dad has been outside for far too long. He's still not returned. We fear he's not coming back. Lack of water drove Timmy insane, but he opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He's not likely to return. That's it. Oh, Ted's not coming back, and I'm Ted. This is it. This is the end game. There's no surviving. That's it. We did it. Okay, surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. We can't do it. We held out for 23 days. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. Bad, I'm guessing. But just to contrast to 60 parsecs, I don't know how many days we survived, but it was like months and months and months. And so it was just like, what's going on? We made 3 no decisions and 3 yes decisions. Items brought from expeditions 1, and half of our expeditions were successful. Okay. We consumed 3 water, and then there was 2 more water consumed for, like, story purposes. Which was probably the wrong choice. Great! That's actually kind of what I was hoping for, like these kind of quicker rounds. Also, wouldn't have mind winning, don't get me wrong. But I appreciate that. We did okay. We did okay. 23 days, whatever it was. Here, let's check memories. 23 days. As Kerr said, that's kind of a lie. That's true, because I mean, we knew it was game over like around day 12. Like when we were out of water, we knew it was game over. So, okay. And don't think I didn't notice a spaceship flying by. Game. Don't think I didn't notice. Let's get back into the game. I'm just gonna play. Like, I'm tired of dealing with tech issues, so I really hope this does it. Thank you everybody for your patience. We did have some tech issues. We're just gonna get back into it. We just survived for 23 days, and now let's survive again. Let's see if we can beat 23 days. It seemed like we had plenty of challenges with Fat Man. We don't need to increase it. I also don't really want to decrease it. It felt like if we had just done things slightly differently, it would have worked out. You know, does that make sense? So let's do normal difficulty again. King Duck says you refresh, everything looks fine. Thank you. It's just, you know, tech stuff is frustrating. Especially when you pay money. Oh, shoot. I was not paying attention. Okay. Well, we know we need food and water. Kind of more than anything else. Also, did I select her? Oh, I took a map? Oh, a suitcase. I'm fairly certain you're always supposed to take the suitcase, because it's part of the initial prep for the game. Okay, he takes 3. The whole family is in one room. This is actually kind of, like, not good for me. We are just trying to survive here, Evo. Give me a second. We need water. We need water. We need water. We need water more than we need soup. I'm not done. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay. I think we did a pretty bad job. We have lots of soup, we have very little water, but we did get our suitcase, and I think the suitcase is random. So, welcome Raiders. We literally just started our second round. We survived 23 days on our first round, and here we are. We got tons of soup. We got a gas mask, that was lucky. We got a first aid kit, that was lucky. I don't know what the map does, other than we can mark the spot. We've got a gun. We didn't get the radio. We did get the suitcase. So I feel like you absolutely need a radio in order to survive. I don't know, though. I haven't successfully survived. So we'll see. All right. Day number 1. We also got the whole family. All of us made it to the shelter just seconds before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. That's what we said before. Ugh, didn't work. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyways. Plus first aid kit. Well, looky here. One of us must have hid this inside the suitcase a while ago. It's lucky we had that suitcase. Okay, so the suitcase is the reason we got the first aid kit and the gas mask. So I would just say, if you're playing this game, go for the suitcase. That seems to be the right choice. Our shelters are full of cans. We'll eat from the cans. We'll sleep on the cans. We'll even talk to the cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration it strictly. This is the best stock shelter we've seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure of a good amount of supplies. We have more soup than last time, and we have a lot less water. And how did we all die last time? Water. So we are in bad shape right now. It's hard living down here, but we need to make the best of it. Okay. Yeah, we're in bad shape. So some of these things are repetitive, so I won't read the whole thing. We'll just kind of go through it quickly. Given the first game, yeah, we're in some serious trouble right now. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation out here is far from normal. We might not get used to it. We hope help comes soon. Dolores is quite calm given this situation. What'd you do differently in the start of this one? I So you're given 60 seconds, and everything is placed randomly. What I did differently was I was trying to get my family, and the dad and the daughter take 3 hands, so you can only grab one thing, but the other thing in this room took 2 hands. So I actually took 3 like wasted trips. And then when my family was safe and I had my free hands, I grabbed the water I could, but it was cans and water. So the only thing I really did differently was grab the suitcase, but I wish I had grabbed more water. I didn't see it. Because it's kind of randomly generated. It's always better when things are calm. Okay. Timmy, not many strong, but he's a good boy. Yep, we're going to prepare for an expedition tomorrow. We have to go out immediately. What's that? A rat? Rats are usually smaller than cats. And the double tail, we can't let it thing go out for our supplies. Yep. Alright, we're going to shoot the rat. Hopefully that gives us water. Somehow. And we broke the gun. We are not doing well. Our cans are saved! Too bad the hairy mutant. I guess we'll stop the food chain. Good for us. Darn. The gun blew up when we tried to shoot the thing. There has to be some water. Dolores should get it. Oh no. All Ted wished for is a few drops of water. Okay, everybody needs water. We are out of water, so we are sending somebody out on an expedition. Who are we sending? Timmy. We're sending Timmy again. Do we send Timmy again? Or do we send Ted? Ted with a gas mask. If he has the suitcase, he can take other things? Oh! Well, heck, let's take a can of soup. I mean, we've got so much. I have no idea if this loadout makes sense, but I know he needs a gas mask. What might end up happening is we lose all of these things. But I think we gotta go for it. I actually didn't check if there was an event. We don't have enough food and water for everybody, so get out of here, Ted. No longer thirsty. We're not rationing supplies. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's hope it won't last long. I mean, maybe they can go a day without speaking. Day 5. Doing fine, but we're gonna need food. We've stopped arguing, but for how long? Everything seems okay. It's always better when things are calm. No news is good news. I'm gonna preemptively give everybody a can of food. I know that seems crazy. I realize this, but I feel like it. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They're a sorry sight, and we weren't surprised when they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could. Let's hope they give us water. I doubt they will, but sure. Let's do it. We have the supplies. Let's do it. Our visitors were in tears when we gave what they asked for. We survived the nuclear apocalypse only to be nearly strangled by thankful refugees. Hugs can kill, you know. Luckily for us, they decided to continue their journey to get somewhere safe before the sun set. As they were about to leave, one of them presented us with a portable radio. They would not take no for an answer, and soon left. Okay, that was a good trade. I'm fairly certain, I don't know, but I'm fairly certain you need the radio to win this game. Time to ration supplies. It's time for water. Everybody needs a drink. Everybody gets a drink. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? We're in some serious trouble. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could get out and leave, walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pollution? That's the scent of freedom we miss. We are in trouble, folks. Ted, come back, Ted. Boy, people really go on expeditions for a long time. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Okay, everyone's doing okay. We are quickly running out. Oh, here we go. There's nothing more annoying than silence, and that's all we're getting from a radio. Oh, should we start? Yep. This is the same thing. Should we try to get it to work? Yes. We should try to get it to work. Ted? Ted is back. He actually looks okay. Yes, that's him looking okay. Did we lose a radio? Well, that didn't go so well. And we broke the darn thing. Technology changes so fast these days, it's hard to keep up. Who needs a radio anyways? We do. Ted is safely returned from his voyage to the surface. If you're desperate enough or have a particular dietary needs, any place can be interesting enough to look for supplies. For instance, garbage cans. Garbage collecting was supposed to happen around this time, but trucks never work. Okay. We never thought we would say it, but we aren't complaining. Fine. One of our pre-blast neighbors threw out a few unopened cans of soup. Haha, the joke's on him. If he's in a shelter right now, he's probably full of regrets. With a lawn like that, who wouldn't be? +1 soup. Why do people throw out water? Who cares? Finders keepers, +1 water. Okay, not bad. One of the bins had a nice working radio! We lost a radio and we got a radio. So it was funny, I could see the radio here, so when the in-game explanation told us you've lost your radio, I was a little confused, but now that makes sense. Lost radio. Wow, we really like that suitcase. It's gone now. So we lost the suitcase. Ted's hungry. It's fine. Everybody else is fine. Timmy seems okay. Alright, everybody else is fine. Ted gets a can of soup. We brought back soup and water. We needed that water, but it is not enough. We needed like 3 water just to feel... Like, getting 3 water today would have been the equivalent of, like it would have set us up with the last game we played, and we only made it to 23 days, so... Ted's in no condition to go outside. Yeah, we still have a gas mask. We're sending somebody out. Ted is healthy and full of optimism. Timmy is healthy and full of optimism. Yep, yeah. We really miss our life. This tiny space. We're bored. Okay. Yep. We're gonna send Timmy out. Big time. Sorry, Timmy. You're going out with just a gas mask. Ted is hungry. He hasn't recovered his energy. Dolores can't remain thirsty. Everyone has to drink. Okay. So everybody gets water and Ted gets soup. Ted has eaten 2 days in a row. But we want him healthy. So yeah, we're going gas mask. And then no event today. So it could take him a whole week to return, as we have discovered. It could take 4 days, or it can take 10 days. Or maybe they never come back. I don't know. Timmy went outside. We don't know if he'll come back. Ted is still hungry. And he hasn't recovered his energy. But he isn't thirsty anymore. Okay. He's eaten 3 days in a row. I can't keep giving him food, right? Does everybody just get food today? I guess Ted gets yet another meal. During our latest expedition, we ran into a smelly man with torn-up clothes. We recognized him as an old bum named Jim, who used to roam the streets of our town before the bomb fell. Now he roams the wasteland. It looks like he followed us home. Now he's banging on the door asking if we want to buy a rock. Okay, last time we said no. This time we buy a rock. Because Ted's here. There's that phone. We don't have a gas mask to send somebody out. Did we buy the rock? Old Man Jim was always lovely and friendly to everyone, so of course we opened the door and fulfilled his request. He winked at us and told us the first rock is free, which we're happy to hear. A nice rock is a good thing to have, but we don't think we'd be able to trade any of the supplies for it, even if he brings it luck like he claimed. Ted still hasn't recovered, but he's no longer hungry. And now Mary, Jane, and Dolores would love to eat. I bet they would. I should have given everybody food last round. We're doing okay on food. We are... One more day for water. Ring, ring. There we were, thinking we would never hear the telephone again. No, not without the gas mask. Not without the gas mask. It seems like just a really bad idea. We do have a first aid kit, but we don't know how Timmy is gonna return. It's way too dangerous to just randomly run out to a ringing phone in the middle of a radioactive ghost town. We're not taking any chances. Okay, Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time. You should drink something. Water. Yep, everybody needs water. I knew they would all need water. I almost gave it to them the last round, but I guess that seems unnecessary. We got scared a little bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. When the map fell down, it revealed some safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we can probably crack it. Well, we technically have all the time in the world. Should we try? Absolutely crack the safe. What's the possible fail state for that? How could this go wrong? We're gonna find out. We're not sure how or why the map just decided to slide off the wall, but we're lucky it happened. Inside the dusty safe, we found some supplies. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Ted isn't thirsty. Nobody's thirsty. We found some supplies, like... Oh, all we found was a checkerboard. I mean, that's fine. I guess that helps prevent us from going crazy. There was a while, I'll just say this. By no means am I any kind of checkers expert. I don't want to pretend I am. But there was a time where I had this... Oh, I just took a screenshot trying to clean off my keyboard. There was a time where I had this job where I had, like, I had, like, whatever, like, the Microsoft games on it. And I had, like, I couldn't really, like, leave my desk, but I would have, like, 30 minutes at a time of, like, downtime. And this would happen, like, a few times throughout the day. And so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna, like, I played Hearts, so I got pretty decent at Hearts. I went from not knowing how to play to getting pretty decent. I played backgammon. The problem with backgammon is people ended up, like, taking a really long time to play. So, like, I couldn't really reliably do that. And then I started playing checkers. And I got pretty decent at checkers. So you can select beginner. This is versus other people, not computers. You can select beginner, medium, or expert. And what I've noticed is... For the most part, people that play beginners are experts, and people who play experts are experts. So if you actually want to play beginners, you play medium. So I figured that out when I started playing medium, and then I started playing beginner and just lost every match. I started playing beginner or medium. I started to learn and get better, and then I went back to beginner, and then I went to expert. Because when you self-select your own difficulty, people generally lie, I guess. For me, I feel like if you're a beginner, you should play beginner. Whatever. It's hard to keep track of the time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. Those terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about it. I don't want to use a first aid kit to replace the light bulb. So I'm going to say no. And that might have been the right choice. That might be the wrong choice. I don't know. We still have our first aid kit. Alright, everybody's looking pretty ragged. Oh no. Dolores. She's gone crazy. Everybody is tired and crazy? Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get... Oh, that's the problem. We went crazy not fixing the lights. So it was trade the first aid kit. Alright, well... Everybody's really tired, but there's no option to be less tired. There's no food to be less tired. And these are the problems I need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away. Alright, Timmy, we're gonna need you to come back, like, today. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in here. but we'll have to leave eventually. It'd be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible. Let's hope that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us. Okay, Timmy had comics about those, you know, so they must exist. We need to do make contact. Okay, great. Use the radio, make contact. Timmy, where are you, bud? Everybody's tired and losing their mind. We need Timmy. We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice. Okay, we've read this before. Dolores is very unpredictable. Sometimes we're a bit afraid of her. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Everybody is not doing well. Ted's still tired and needs more time. If he doesn't drink anything, it won't last long. Everybody's hungry and thirsty. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Alright. Everybody has to drink. Everybody has to eat. Our supplies are scarce and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure it's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks from the retirement home. It shouldn't be hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old anyways and we need more, right? Oh no, I'm not okay with knocking off a bunch of old people. Sorry. Sorry. We die, I guess. I'm not gonna kill a bunch of old people. So, one thing I noticed immediately is Timmy did not bring back any water, but he did at least bring back a working gas mask. I don't see anything else. Axe? He brought back the axe? We're like 3 days away from losing again. Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. We're not savages. We cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values, even in these troubled times. Especially in these troubled times. Let's set a shiny example and leave those poor people alone. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. We decided to finally check out. Finally check out what we can find between the rubble in our own backyard. Our poor, poor lawns and flowers. Once the object of desire... Oh, this is like a thing still in America. This, like, lawn pride. It is not something I have, obviously. But it's ridiculous. Like, you spend so much water, even if you live in a place with droughts, to, like, maintain your perfect, you know, 4-inch, 2-inch lawn. I don't know. 10 centimeter lawn. Exactly. Everything exactly how it needs to be. And so I think the game is kind of poking fun of that. It really isn't much left here. The only tree that's left is completely burnt out in a hollow inside Death's Husk. Some mutated 3-tailed squirrels made their home. They're pretty good at collecting stuff. Hope they don't mind us borrowing a few things. We took 2 cans of soup. Would much rather 2 bottles of water if we're trading. Our tool shed is gone, except the door, which stands stubbornly with nothing around it. Cool. Oh, it's completely covered from the blast. It looks like it's good as new. Great! We got the axe. Ted's still tired. Ted has been tired since his expedition. Ted isn't thirsty. No one's hungry. Dolores is rested. Dolores is getting out of here. Dolores is sane again! Good job, Dolores! Wow, they're no longer crazy. Timmy should eat something, and he's really tired. Go ahead, Timmy. Go ahead, Timmy. Absolutely prepare an expedition. We have to get somebody out quick. And I think it's going to be Mary Jane. She's more than ready to go out and scavenge. Opened in the name of freedom. Came a shout from outside the door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces himself like that is probably planning to kill someone. Should we open? No, we're not opening for that. They didn't even lie and say, we're the military and we're here to help. They just said, open in the name of freedom. No. We stayed silent until the group outside the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was a wise thing to do. Okay. There we go. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Timmy should eat something. Timmy still isn't rested. Timmy's been talking about nothing, blah, blah, blah. Other than water, he should drink something. All right, Timmy, you get food and water. Dolores, you get an expedition. Oh, no. I kind of want to give her the axe, but I think her not getting sick is more important. All right. I mean, wish us luck right here. Day 18. We made it to day 23 before. I think we're going to beat 23. Oh, look at that hair, Ted. I think we're going to beat 23, but I would much rather win. Mary Jane went outside, and let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time. So Ted is tired from his first expedition, like 2 weeks before. Ted should drink something. Timmy still isn't rested, but he's no longer hungry. There's got to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Okay, so Ted and Dolores need water. I mean, we're at the end. We're at the end game unless we get more water. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out some more. Yes. Come on, radio. Get us some water. Did we make contact with somebody? The radio's not broken. That's a good sign. It sounds like Morse code. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside has mostly gone. We should be much safer traveling on the surface now. Ted's still tired. Ted's no longer thirsty or hungry. Timmy keeps falling asleep in his chair. He needs a few days to rest. Dolores is no longer thirsty, but she'd really love to eat something. You know what? We got food. Now, for the record, soup has water. I feel like the game should give us a little bit of credit for that. What was that? Did the radio static just stop for a moment? Let's try tuning into that signal. We got ammo. We got Boy Scout book. And we got water! Before I even read the book, before I even read the journal, I know we just did great. Yes! Some friendly soul on the radio was talking about supply packs she'd lost during her trip through our town. We immediately realized she must have driven through our street. We rushed out and got to the package before anybody else. There we go. Water. Soup. And we'll need the soup eventually, so it's not a bad thing. Water, soup, book, and ammo. Ammo. Ted's hungry. Of course he is. Timmy still isn't rested. Timmy loves some water. Timmy's very hungry. Dolores is no longer hungry. So Ted gets some food. Ted's hungry. Doesn't need water. Ted's hungry but doesn't need water. Timmy needs food and water. Gotcha. Whew. We needed that. And then how's Dolores? Sorry. Dolores is no longer hungry. Okay. We're gonna beat 23 days. But, you know, what from there? Oh, man, I wish I had the gun. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner is still standing. We were about to step out. We heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes. We only had moments to decide what to do. Well, maybe we are about to take some serious damage. Looks okay. We felt it was too risky to face whatever horror awaits us. We did what any sane person would do, and we shut the door. The creature is gone. Great. Ted isn't hungry anymore. Ted should drink something soon. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Okay. Then she gets water. I'm thinking the phone... excuse me, the phone just rang, and now we want to get it, because the fallout's not bad. Ted and Timmy are still tired, so... Yeah, should someone go answer it? Yes. Good luck, Dolores. I wish she would take the axe with her. Well, she came back, so that's a good sign. We answered the phone. We could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. We introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We'd started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they get back to us. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Ted's rested. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. He might need to drink right now. Okay. Wow. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong boy. He's doing just fine. We're about to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when we heard someone knocking at the door. It seems to be a trader who's very interested in ammunition. How about that? Okay. We don't have a gun, so ammunition is only used for trade. So maybe this is where we can use it. Day 23, we made it. We beat our last record. I use that term very loosely. Our visitor was happy to get some ammunition. In return, he offered us rations. It wasn't much, but something's always better than nothing. Would have preferred water. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Timmy prefers apple juice, but he needs water. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be in this tiny shelter. So Ted needs food, and Timmy needs water. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making a sound of galloping horses using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride the horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup. Possibly a holy grail. Only thing is they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked to have a quick look at our map. Okay, a quick look, yes. And I'm guessing there's a dice roll in the background to see if we lose our map. We're going to take it. The game says quick look. They only get a quick look. They don't get to take it. It's still on the wall. We did good. We did good. They seemed to be friendly enough, so we let them have a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies. We graciously accepted. Now we have a gun. Water is all Dolores wants, and she's not eaten for a while. Ted's no longer hungry. Timmy's no longer thirsty. So Dolores needs both, and Timmy needs food. Okay, I mean, we're doing fine on food. That doesn't really help us. But we do need water. We're able to catch the military broadcast again. This time they're asking us with a flashlight signal. Okay, well, we don't have a flashlight. Darn. That's unfortunate. Seems like a flashlight would be good. Is our daughter back? Ooh, she's looking a little rough. But she's here. She's here, and she brought a broken gas mask. This signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Day 25! Especially in this economy? Especially after it was wiped out? Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to shelter from the surface. What was that? Is it a bird? Is it a stockbroker? Is it the bicycle repairman? No. It's the aid airdrop. Oh, it was an excellent time to leave the bunker and search for supplies. One of the food drops broke in midair and is now raining soup. Lucky for us, a few cans survived the fall. Plus 2 cans. We need water more than we need food, but that's okay. Why did they drop a crate full of rubber ducks? At least one of the smaller crates had a few water bottles in it too. 2 water is better than 2 soup at this time, but I'll take it all. Darn it, our gas mask was damaged. Dolores is no longer thirsty and no longer hungry. Ted should drink. Mary Jane needs food, and Timmy's good. So Ted needs water, Mary Jane needs food. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. It seems awfully quiet outside. Maybe it's safe. Maybe it's not. We won't know until we go out. Ted's condition is not the best, but we could take the risk. Dolores might be fit enough to scavenge. Timmy can do it. All right, we're sending Timmy. Playing with matches is never a good idea. Doing so in a tiny underground shelter is probably even lower on the good idea scale. A few matches later, and we ended up with flames licking up one of the walls. Time is short. What do we need to put it out? The book? Oh, time is short. We need to put it out and save our supplies. What do we save? I misread that. We saved the radio. We saved the radio. I think this is a game where you actually need the radio to survive. The first aid kit probably will mean somebody will die. That's probably what's going to happen. Her outfit is really messed up. Everybody is looking really disheveled. So let's Click on this and see what happened. We need our source of information. We went for the radio first, and we were able to grab it before it was engulfed by flames. Unfortunately, our other supplies weren't so lucky. We need to evaluate our losses. We lost the book, and we lost a first aid kit. Not great. Dolores is pretty fatigued. But she is quite calm. Mary Jane's quite hungry. She seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Everyone has to drink sometime, including Mary Jane. Is there any water? Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Timmy's been talking about nothing other than water. Okay. So Mary Jane needs food and water. Why did they make that so hard? Sometimes these are hard to read, because these are like word problems. Mary Jane needs food and water. And everybody else is good. Timmy isn't thirsty anymore, but Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. So this is a... Oh, Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Boy, my reading comprehension is struggling. Fatigued, thirsty. Hungry, tired, thirsty. We can only help on certain of these things. Heck yeah, we're sending somebody out. We're sending Timmy out. And you know what? Timmy is gonna take... Does Timmy take the axe, or does he take the map? I don't know how these things actually work in terms of calculating damage. This is our only way to defend ourselves. Oh no, we have the gun now too. Alright, Timmy's gonna take the axe, because we have the gun. I have no idea if that's gonna help him, or how that's gonna work. But you only get supplies by going out. Timmy went out of the wasteland. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Mary Jane's tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Dolores is not lasting long without water. There isn't much going on with Ted. No troubles, nothing new. Great. Well, that's easy. So, we're running out of water again. Like, this is how it happens. It's difficult, especially with a little cluttered bunker. Maybe we can open the door just for a minute. Yes! There's no more toxics. We can definitely open the door. What are we on? What day are we on? 30? 28. Okay. Whew. It's been 4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks. Ted is a zombie. We're in some serious trouble. And we have no first aid kit. I don't even want to click on this because he's going to need so much more water now. Opening the door and letting in contaminated air wasn't a great idea. Now, instead of phobias, we need to deal with vomiting. I was told the air was clean, so you lied to me, game. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Mary Jane is no longer hungry, though. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Would love to eat something. Ted is thirsty and his stomach's rumbling, and Ted got sick. So Ted, unfortunately, is going to use all of our supplies. That's what's going to happen. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal for just 1 can of soup. We could get the bag of all its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards this mysterious bag. So here's why we're taking the deal. We've got so many cans of soup, but we need a first aid kit, or Ted's gonna die. We need water, or we're all gonna die. So yeah, we'll make that trade. And if we lose a can of soup, then we lose a can of soup. Oh. Well. That is unexpected. Was this in the original game? I only saw about 20 minutes of the game, but this is remastered. So What does the cat do? As soon as he closed the door behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the wall. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out it was just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down on a corner to clean itself. The collar says Sharkov. Is that its name? Why does that word sound familiar? Ted's still sick. Mary Jane's tired. We should get her something to drink. Dolores is no longer hungry. Great. I don't know what the cat does, but fair trade. A cat is growling in the general direction of us. We're not sure if cats drink soup. They might drink soup, but they need more. But it's the only thing on the menu we want to share. Okay. Well, so the cat has now cost us 2 cans of soup. Maybe the cat is not great for us. We are actually to the point of running low on soup now. The little devil utterly devoured the whole can in less than 60 seconds and nothing left behind, not even a drop after that. Took a long, peaceful nap. At least it won't bother us for a while. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything, but she's no longer thirsty. Dolores wants water. If I give myself more food, I'm going to actually preemptively give myself food, see if that helps with the sickness. I'm curious how the game works. We started arguing with Dolores about opening the bunker door a few days back. She's really aggressive, and this could quickly escalate into something major. Should we try to ease her down? The alternative is her own very small war. Sure, let's ease her down. Why would we not say yes? Timmy's back. Timmy's back, baby! Alright, Tim. Looks like you lost your axe, so thanks for that. Dolores has released some steam, that's all. We're all a bit tired, but hopefully this can be cured with a good night's sleep. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland as safe with us now. We set off an expedition to the nearby zoo we used to visit on weekends. We're happy to report that it was a productive supply run, as well as an educational trip. We saw... Is this a real word? Tetradactyl whales? Oh, no. These are mutant animals. Okay, we got it. So these are not real words. Chimpandeers and porcupony. A small army of cockroaches and other majestic creatures that have emerged among post-nuclear fauna. I don't think it would happen in 31 days. A friendly-looking crabtopus lazily observed the sea life section from a distance. Where's our town, by the way, that there's all these creatures that could have combined? In its den, we found a body of a zoo worker. Oh, they're at a zoo. Okay, that actually makes sense then. With some of his possessions laying around, yes! First aid kit. Running around from humongous, here we go, Taranturaptors. We made our escape through the zoo souvenir shop. Most of it was torn to shreds by the bomb, but a few useful things still lying around. We got a lock. We returned from the expedition, but our axe didn't make it. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. The last expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare, of course. Okay, so then perhaps we should build a vehicle. We better keep an eye out for those. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. Thirsty. Okay. We're doing fine. Ted finally gets the first aid kit, and he's thirsty, right? So hopefully the first aid kit just knocks him up all the way. Like, all the problems he has. So, wow, I'm surprised he's not thirsty. So, the first aid kit was a win. The padlock, maybe a win? I don't know. But, okay. Oh. So... we can't send anybody out. I guess we could... we could send somebody out if we wanted to, but it's probably not a good idea. A young lady, all dressed in white, has visited us today requesting our aid. Wasting no time, she laid out a plan of what she said was a bandit camp where she claims her twin brother is being held. Seems like a young woman has witnessed enough to challenge the biggest bandit leader to a sword fight, and now his sister's very worried. She says we definitely won't regret it if we decide to help her. This seems insane. First of all, you know what? If I wasn't sick, I would do it, but we're just not in a good enough condition. It seems like a totally insane random moment. Or, you know, random event. But I still would have done it. We're not risking our lives for some family drama. They got themselves into trouble. Maybe another time. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. She's not eaten for a while. Ted's tired. A few days of rest. Ted's recovered from his sickness and he's no longer thirsty. Mary Jane is still tired. Give her some time. Okay. Sounds like everybody needs water, right? Oh no, not Ted. Read that wrong. Thirsty, hungry. Thirsty, hungry. Okay. So... yeah, we're doing okay at day 32. I still don't feel like I have a plan, but we have a radio. So, maybe? Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter. There isn't much we can miss. So when a small brick fell from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check out the hold and see what the source of the smell is. So last time it was a rat that then ate a bunch of our supplies and destroyed a radio. But I think it's a random event. So let's say yes again and see what happens this time. Everything looks intact. We looked into the hole fearing something might come out with claws, fangs, or other mutated sharp bodily parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we were luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much more. Oh, we gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can? And now we have +1 can of soup. Ugh, yikes. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep. Dolores is gonna go crazy. Alright. So we have people sleeping all the time with no energy. We're in some serious trouble. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be out of water in like 3 days, so... Alright, somebody's going on an expedition tomorrow. Hopefully they feel a lot better by tomorrow. We're trying to pet the little devil. We found a piece of paper on its collar with an address scribbled on it. Could it be the previous owners? Chances are slim, but should we pay them a visit? Yes. But just because I'm we're out of water, so I'm doing things that are high risk, probably low reward, but maybe we could get lucky. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by 2 men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat and picked him up, saying they've been looking for him for a while now. He belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of him and misses him. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Probably okay, if the cat didn't seem to mind. Good thing we didn't get too attached to it. Oh, I got attached to it. Dolores means no time to rest, no longer thirsty. Ted is still recovering his energy. Mary Jane is tired. Okay. Fatigued, tired, thirsty. Fatigued, tired. Fatigued, tired. Fatigued, tired. Yeah, the fly is annoying and the flashing lights are really annoying. I know I said I was going to send somebody on an expedition. Oh, actually the game won't even let me. That's interesting. I was going to say I'm not going to, but the game actually won't let me, so... It's fine. I'm still glad I prepared for it, because you can always change your mind. Are we just out of water? How are we out of water? Oh, no, it's just not represented. Dolores has more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Okay, Ted's still tired. Everybody is fatigued, so they're just getting more and more tired. Yeah, we're, you know what? Everybody gets food. I know it doesn't make sense, but we actually have... We have enough. Prepare for the expedition. And I just hope they're in better shape. We could use some extra supplies. The last time we went on a supply run, we noticed a damaged tank stuck in the rubble nearby. Yes. Ted's in the best position to do this. Ted, take the gun. And I think we can lock up the shelter when we leave. I don't know. He's back. We got ammo. I don't want ammo. I want food. All we could find inside the shell of a wrecked tank was loose ammunition. We picked them all up. I mean, it's better than nothing. Dolores needs no more time to rest. Has to be some water left. Oh no, we are in trouble. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. Mary Jane seems sleepy. She has no energy for anything. We are in some serious trouble. This is the last of our water. That's for you. We can't send anybody out on an expedition. He's back. He didn't bring water. To our surprise, we found Sharkroff back in the shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. It's our good care appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just stockpile of soup cans. Only time will tell. We've got... Yeah, Ted should drink something soon. Timmy has rested. Timmy, you are going out on an expedition tomorrow. He's fatigued. We're sending Timmy out. If Scavenge considers our shelter a home now, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet. It's hopefully to be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to touch it could lead to unwanted, untimely death. No, don't try to play with him. He'll let you know when he's ready. He'll let you know. We gave up on that crazy idea. We had a feeling it could possibly end well. The cat seems to agree. Alright. This is it. You're thirsty? You're thirsty? You're dehydrated? Everybody gets a can of soup. Timmy? Godspeed. I don't know what these things do in terms of, like, the random generator, but maybe a map means we're more likely to find water. We will not all be here when Timmy comes back. And in fact, I'm fairly certain Ted is going to die in 2 days. But he just ate a can of soup. Soup has water. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know if he'll come back. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave and needs to drink right now. Mary Jane, she becomes cranky. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, dehydrated, thirsty. Yeah, we're a days away, and we don't have a flashlight. This is like, we're at endgame again. 40 days. Stay alive in your shelter for 40 days. See you later, Ted. It's dry soup. Oh, that's what it is? It's that dehydrated soup? It is dire. So Ted's gone. See you later, Ted. Oh, man. She's gone next turn. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Okay, we've seen this one. Ted's gone. I mean... Wait, they're no longer thirsty? Like, Ted dying... Oh, maybe they drank his blood. That would be a good use of it. Looks like that rock we got from the old man a while ago really did bring us luck. Jim visited us again today, but instead of rocks, he was carrying a big bottle of clean, fresh water. We don't know where he got it, but we're pleased, and he shared it with us. It could keep us hydrated and moist for a while. That's why they're not thirsty. We didn't get the water, but we drank it. And if Ted had just survived one more day, he would be fine. Well, that's gonna buy us 3 days. No longer thirsty, blah blah blah. Wait, there's no journal? What's that knocking on the door? There's like no journal. I'm super confused. We were visited by a young woman today. Did you have pizza this week? Oh, I had pizza. 50's always asking about pizza. Costco, they have this, Ted died, you failed. Hey, it's not over till it's over. We still got Dolores. And I started the game as Dolores, so I am Dolores. Costco has this cauliflower veggie pizza that, I know that doesn't sound good, but it is great. Especially if you just sprinkle on some extra garlic. And the cat's alive too. So yeah, we're doing okay on day 41. Timmy might not come back though. And long story longer, the pizzas are on sale, and when they're on sale, I usually buy like 5. And then they go, I have a freezer in my garage, so that's because they're like 2 packs. So then I'm like, I'm good for a few months. We're visited by a young woman today. She's on a mission to rescue her twin brother who went missing after he... Oh, this one again. Yeah, she asked if we could help her. Absolutely, we're going to help her this time. We've got a gun. I think the cat wants some food. Happy to give it to you. The woman quickly called a group of friends, and we set out for what turned out to be a successful mission. Finding her lost twin brother wasn't a problem. He was hanging atop of some antenna next to a fence, trying to escape. In his duel with the bandit leader, he lost a hand, but the group quickly tended to his injuries, and he'll be just fine. The sibling thanked us 100 times and said they'd definitely contact us again. Dolores will not last long without water. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like right. So, like, we did a good job. We helped them. It didn't seem to help us. We're gonna eat some soup and hope that that counts as water, which I know it doesn't in this game. A loud crash, a surprise shriek, a bit of debris falling from our ceiling, truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Sokoff found a new toy. A bit of innocuous wiring that it ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cables are for, but the lights are still on. So it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our furry friend to investigate it? Yes. He's going to attack us, though. But now I want to know what the wire goes to. Just out of curiosity. Okay. So I think I got 1 or 2 days left before both of them die of dehydration. We grabbed the cable and followed it to a rusty old truck parked in our neighbor's driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted by 2 men wearing huge headphones who looked extremely surprised to see us. They wiretapped our shelter when we were asleep, and they were listening to everything we said. We gave them hell and marched back to our bunker. Okay, they're just like listening to us? That's super weird. Okay, everybody needs water. Dehydrated. So they are dead. They are dead. So we're going to say yes to whatever this. The agents who are spying us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Yes, and hopefully they give us water for our troubles. I don't even want to look. I'm not kidding. I think they're both dead. Okay. We don't have water, but maybe we drank some water. They were agents, real, live, secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards, briefly. They weren't listening in on us. It was the cat they were interested in. They made a request, too, wanting us to aid them in some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they'll promise they will extract us to government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they come back soon with more information. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find something to drink fast. Yeah, I mean, they're both donezo. Yesterday, during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter, schooling Mary Jane a little. No, that's insane. How about teach a survival skill? The end. Timmy never came back. If Timmy came back with 2 bottles of water, who knows how long we could have lasted. The end. Mary Jane made a real scene, complaining that Dolores would never be happy, even if both children became president, won Nobel Prizes, and simultaneously became the first people on the moon. Dolores begs to differ. She says she'd be at least content in that scenario. Timmy should have returned by now, but we need to face the worst, that he's not coming back. We only had a few drops of water. We could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration. Mary Jane found out that she's not getting any water, so she left. Of all places we could have perished, this is probably the best one. Or maybe not. We held on for 45 days. Wow. So we almost doubled our time of survival. I don't know that we did twice as good of a job. Yeah, 10 water. You definitely need more water than food, it seems like. If anyone wants to know what the story is behind this game, I will tell you, I'll read you this stream description, but you'll see the story because the story is pretty straightforward. This is a post-apocalyptic dark comedy. Scavenge supplies, rescue your family, and stay alive in the fallout shelter. Make difficult decisions and maybe survive or not. So that's the game. And then the story is, you have 60 seconds. This is where the name comes from. You have 60 seconds to grab all of your supplies, or you're going to die. It's stationary Fallout 4 in some ways. Okay, we're gonna try easy difficulty because and then we'll just see what the difference is. The downside is we may actually survive a little too long, and then I'll do a round of hard difficulty. Well, I guess I should do hard difficulty first because it's not going to last very long. And then I'll do... Yeah, let's do that. We'll do hard difficulty, and then we'll do easy difficulty. We've done two rounds of normal difficulty. So there's nothing in our suitcase, and there's nothing in the shelter anyways. So, yeah, let's do that. And then I want to try the easy mode and see if we can compare. Okay, so we have 0 seconds to explore, so we just literally have 60 seconds. This is the game. We need a radio, and I'm pretty sure we need a radio and we need a gas mask. Okay. Okay, throw it all in. Okay. Daughter. Radio. Oh, there was water there? I didn't even know there was water there. Okay, wife. Okay, there's nothing in this suitcase, so why did I just grab this suitcase? There's nothing in there. The game already told me that. Wife. Water. Soup. Okay, we need gas mask, we need weapon, we need something. Radio. Soup. Axe. We need more water. We need more water. Get out of my way! I was this close. Well, that's my prediction was hard mode will fail. Didn't expect to fail that way. That's a first. That's a first for me. We're gonna play that again. Oh! No, they're still going. It said the end. Oh, that is the end. That's pretty funny. Okay, we're gonna play hard mode again. Literally 1 more second is all I needed. It was the walking around, like, the one object really made that hard. Alright. This, I knew hard mode was gonna be quick. I didn't think it'd be 0 days. Okay. Here we go. Let's do that again. Oh, I didn't want to be her. And in case you're wondering why, it's because the man takes up 3 hands to carry. Okay, yeah, so we're actually doing much worse this time than last time, and last time was kind of a big failure. So we're in some serious trouble. Yep. We're not going to get our whole fam, are we? No. Grab the water. Oh my goodness. Oh, we are in bad shape, especially because the shelter doesn't come with anything. Kerr redeemed a hug! Thank you, Kerr. I need it after 2 horrible starts. Oh, there we go. We grabbed the suitcase, which takes 3 hands, but the game told us the suitcase doesn't come with any supplies. So we are in some serious trouble. No radio, no weapon, no first aid kit, 2 cans of soup. We're in some serious trouble. But thank you for the hug. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to send somebody out into the wasteland without a gas mask, and they're going to die. We all made it in the shelter. We don't have much food. No one's complaining. Yet. Just barely enough for everyone. Okay, no rationing. Day 1, nothing's going to happen, right? Okay, day 1, nothing happens. Just before I even read what's going on, we are going to set the expedition. Planning far ahead is usually a good strategy, but for now, we should be more on our plan for water rationing. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood. Okay. Yep. Mary Jane didn't utter a single word today. It's very odd. Maybe someone should find out what's going on with her. Sure. We don't have time to help Mary Jane. She just went through a very serious trauma, and we're all trying to survive. So, I don't know. Sorry, Mary Jane. I don't think it's going to work out for you. Nothing solves problems better than an utmost conversation with over a hot beverage. We don't have the ladder, but talking alone seems to do the trick. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink. Oh boy. Bye! We have started sacrificing our children. We didn't give her water, and we sent her on her way. But we gave her a flashlight. We gave her a flashlight. Oh, of course, and now I need the flashlight for this. I'm rushing it a little because I know we don't even have the supplies we need to survive. So we need to get super lucky. We decided to ignore any problems with the vents and focus on our other problems. As predicted, all of us developed a nasty cough and had trouble breathing. Yeah, of course. Of course we needed the flashlight, the one thing we gave her. Nothing's going on with Ted. How's everybody doing? Everybody is doing bad. Oh, look, we have nothing that this needs anyways, but we got a lock. We grabbed a lock. Good for us. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup. They're in our water. This is going downhill fast. I mean, there's nothing they can destroy. We've decided we could get rid of those spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever our body parts could use. Unfortunately, we underestimated their chances. They're really fast. All we achieved was getting tired. Great. There has to be some water. Dolores should get it. Everybody is hungry and thirsty. Thirsty. Thirsty and hungry. Thirsty and hungry. Not hungry. We don't have what we need for whatever this is. Mutant rodents are attacking our supplies. I guess our supplies are now going to be gone. I guess we could have fed everybody before the event. Yeah, because our supplies are gone. We could have just fed them. The beast of a rodent has won. It won and stole our food. Can or no can, at least we have each other, right? No. We're so close to game over. You're hungry? Sure. That's the last food you're gonna eat, Ted. And we don't have what we need for the flashlight. So in order to win on difficult, you need to also get really good rolls. Because even if I had the flashlight, there's such a strong chance that it would just break, like, immediately. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever's behind that door will have to stay there. Hey, we got our flashlight back. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane's return. Yeah, we got 2 water, so that's good. Our local athletics team was preparing a trip. She's sick, so that's it. She gets the last of our food. Look how much water we got. I'm surprised she came back. She's sick, but like, the area is radiated. Our patience is running thin. We thought it'd be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there's any trouble in the area. A pair of animalized flash. All right. We already opened the door. I would just say don't open the door, but let's use that flashlight and let's hope it doesn't break. We still have the flashlight. We decided to check out what's going on. Guess what? It was a dog! The poor thing seemed so tired. So we let it stay with us for the night. Next morning, we opened the door and let it out. Still hasn't returned. Hopefully it'll come back. That was nice of us. They're scared of a cat. Dogs are more dangerous. Thirsty. 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 Everybody thirsty. Timmy. Timmy. You got this. Timmy's taking water with him. We need the flashlight for all the daily events. So we're going to give him the whole water to go. Jane's not looking good. Yeah, she's doing bad. She needs food and she needs a med kit. Every new smell attracts our noses, so when the single brick... Yeah, let's reveal it. Let's see what's in here. Is it the dead rat and we get a can of soup? Phone ringing? Absolutely, let's go get that phone. Hey! Well, look, it was the dead rat and we got a can of soup. Oh, rat soup. Hungry, hungry, hungry. Everybody gets some soup. But yes, we are also going to go get the phone. It seems emptier in here somehow. When we answer the phone, we can clearly gasp relief from the caller, blah, blah, blah. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they call back. Okay. Dolores is no longer hungry. Great. This is the last of our food. Do you like soup? Yeah, soup's great. Sometimes, I haven't done it recently, but sometimes I make my own soup. Which is like, just chop a bunch of stuff and throw it in a big stock pot. But I also have some like dehydrated vegetables mix, and I'll throw that in a big pot with a bunch of vegetable broth, and then just like throwing garlic and just like random stuff. Basically make like a vegetable soup. It's just like something to snack on. I haven't done it for a while though. I've been like quite lazy lately. Lazy and busy. It's a bad combination. It's a really bad combination. Mary Jane will be fine soon. Oh, great. We're out of food, so nobody's going to eat today. I'm just really surprised Mary Jane's going to be fine. What's the event? If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hell situation, it's our government. But we don't have a radio. I'm surprised on hard mode we've made it 14 days. I don't know if it really counts because we actually made it 0 days the first time. If there's one thing we need to do, it's use a radio on a regular basis to catch emergency broadcasts. Yeah, well, we don't have a radio, so we can't. Is anybody thirsty? Great. She's gonna not be sick soon, but there's nothing we can do. We're about to cautious peek outside. Good thing our heart's a battery, because it was our dog friend, not a mutant. Good boy, he seems hungry. Shall we give him something to eat? We have nothing to give him. The coughing? Why is she coughing? She said she was gonna be better soon. We wish we could have given the poor beast, but we didn't have any food to spare. The dog turned away and went back into the wasteland. If we don't cure Mary Jane, oh, she is getting worse. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. Dolores has been putting on a brave face, but she's starving. All Ted wishes are for a few drops of water. Well, water I can do. Water I can do. I have no food. So these people are definitely going to die soon. Oh, another use for the radio. If we had gotten a radio, we could have done at least like 3 events. I heard the door open. Timmy! Back and sick. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without a clue of what's going on might not necessarily kill us. I'm so afraid for Timmy, but he came back. We came across the local church. Mostly destroyed, but the priest quarter survived and grouping people survived. Started a cult. Great. They believed everything that's happened has been a game, tailored for someone's amusement. How crazy is that? It's very crazy. Cultists decide they won't be needing any holy water. How weird is this? We have so much water this game and no food. The last expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive. Okay. Everybody's starving. We have water for everybody. He's literally starving. Water's not going to help him. Nobody needs water? Nobody needs water. Everybody's hungry. Expedition for sure. Our town used to be a very quaint and friendly place. One of the townfolk we call Old Man Jim, who would sometimes limp through our streets, turns out he's alive and well. We like Jim. We need soup, or we're gonna starve to death. Weirdly. Now, I'm not a doctor or anything. Being sick is very bad. Let's start there. But you can live a long time without food. As long as you have water, you really can. Especially if you've got some extra pounds on you, that is really a thing. So, I don't know, where we're at, like, 17 days. Yeah, it starts to get a little crazy, but if you have a lot of pounds, you can survive. That's a real thing. Now, there are other complications like heart things, electrolytes, problems like that are very bad. Just saying. Yeah, as long as diabetes isn't a thing. Oh, right. Yeah, there's all kinds of other complicating conditions, but Like, a lot of times in video games, there's this idea that, oh, 7 days without food and then you're done. And it's like, no, people can go longer. Not that it's healthy, and not that it's not going to give you heart problems or anything like that. It's not a great idea to not eat. But, yeah, it is definitely possible. Okay. Mary Jane isn't looking very good. She hasn't eaten in a while. Mary Jane's condition isn't better. 3 minutes without there, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food, I think. It's not a bad rule, but you can go even longer without food. I've seen some interesting videos on this, but I think that's a pretty good rule. Kind of like some people can hold their breath for 5 minutes. I can't. But yeah, water will get you pretty quick. David Blaine, that's right. I've not watched a single thing he's done. But I have heard about him. Mary Jane isn't looking good. Yeah, everybody is failing. We have 2 sick people. They're not getting better on their own. We've got thirsty people and hungry people, and we have no food. So somebody's going out on an expedition. He's going to take the suitcase. He's going to take a padlock. He's going to take a flashlight, and he's going to take a bottle of water. He's going to take everything because we have to get lucky, and this is our last chance. So he's taking everything. Yeah, that's the average. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's the average. Yeah. That's a little hot. Okay. Ted left to the surface. We'll hope he'll come back. Mary Jane isn't looking very good. She hasn't eaten everything. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody is dying. We get it. We get it. You're all dying. You're all sick and hungry and starving. I have no empathy on hard mode. This game will destroy you. How did we make it to 19 days on hard mode with no supplies? A knock at the door? And so we are left with no photos, no news, no happy thoughts. The world is too cruel. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last until morning. They've made it very clear. Dolores is going to die. We don't cure Mary Jane. Who knows what happens? I think everybody is literally going to die right now. I think this is it. Starvation. 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 If we had something to do this event, then who knows, maybe. But a traitor comes. She has strength enough to keep pulling that face. Nice. Yeah. So everybody's gonna die today. So let's give everybody some water. If we had cards to do this event, who knows? Maybe they would have given us food. Game over. Does Ted get to come back? They literally said she won't make it until morning. We need supplies, but we're not going out to get them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We sent the man away. Good riddance. Dolores barely has any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last till morning. They already said that. Water can help? Maybe. I did give them water, and they survived. Mary Jane is starving. We better give her some food, or else. Timmy needs food, or else. Do we do it again? Do we just give them water? We can't do the event. Come on, Ted, come back with some food. Is water keeping them alive? I mean, I'm burning through the water much faster than I would otherwise, but they are still alive. This is interesting. I wonder if that's a real thing in this game and they don't kind of, like, publish it. If there's one thing we need, it's to choose radio on a regular basis. Yes, we don't have a radio, so we can't do it. What's the random event? A young man knocked at our door asking for help. Says he's been watching us for a while and he believes we're good, decent people, although he hoped we'd meet different circumstances. A young man? Let's send out our young lady. The mission for rescuing his twin sister, missing blah blah blah. Gilbert promises it'll be worth our while. Okay, I'm not going to give them water because I'm hoping that we get food from this. Speak of the pimp. Yes, well. He kidnaps your young lady. Yeah, she's not... I think she's gone. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed and really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turns out the bandit leader is actually their father. Crazy small world we live in. Anyways, they were really thankful and promised to contact us soon. Dolores barely had any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last the morning. She got ill. We couldn't spare any food for Mary Jane, and eventually she reached a boiling point where terror was enough to kill us. She left without a word. But we knew she'd probably become a highway woman and get all the food cans she ever could need. Hunger drove Timmy insane. When he realized he wouldn't be provided for, he snuck out and never returned. Wow. Wow. No, we can't do anything with the traitor. That's game, folks. That was hard mode, and like weirdly we did quite well on hard mode. Like, we held out for 25 days on hard mode, but at the same time, I never felt like we could have survived, if that makes sense. Where in the first game where we only made it 23 days, I feel like we could have survived, and it just didn't work out due to circumstances. In this one, we made it 25 days, but I never felt comfortable. Okay, now we're going to play easy mode, and something tells me I think this is going to be one of the longer ones. We're going to do new game, easy mode. And then we want to try to get our luggage, our suitcase, because it's already packed. And so it's going to have a ton of supplies in it. So let's see how easy mode is. We have 20 seconds to run around. Yeah, I just want to try easy mode. Okay, here's the suitcase. Where's our daughter? Oh well. Alright, we're ready? Water. Suitcase. Boom. Even on easy mode, though, you still only have 60 seconds. Notice. Okay, come on. There we go. We've got gas mask. Water. Timmy. Boom. We've got water. Water. Dolores. We got something to keep us entertained. Something to keep us healthy. Oh, shoot. Oh, I need the radio. Woo! Okay, we could have done better, but remember, our suitcase is also packed with stuff. Because this is easy mode, and we got the suitcase first thing. So, we could have flashlights, we could have a radio in the suitcase, we could have food, we could have water, we don't know. Okay, we have a flashlight. We have a radio. Okay. We have cards. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm gonna like speed run this a little, just because we've played the game now 5 times and we know what a lot of the things are gonna say, and so I just kind of want to see like what's gonna happen. So in the suitcase, we had the map, we had the gun, we had the cards, or we had the radio and the flashlight, but the shelter was already stocked with all these things. So we're doing great. We don't need any food or water yet. We have lots of water. We actually don't have a ton of food, though. But remember, we're going to have some easy things happening. Okay. So everybody's fine. Nobody needs any food or water. We'll absolutely do an expedition. We stumbled upon a weird signal. Radio frequencies, absolutely. Yeah, let's see how fast we can also do this. Like, now I'm curious to see how fast we can do it. Ted's thirsty, everybody's thirsty. Thirsty, 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 thirsty. Everybody gets a drink. Who goes out? Timmy goes out. Timmy takes a suitcase with the gas mask, the axe, and the map. Right? We're assuming easy mode has more favorable, like, dice rolls, so we're sending him with everything. And hope that it comes back. Oh, did I actually forget to give everybody water? Oops. Our favorite radio station stopped broadcasting. Yep, try to get it to work. Starting with the radio is really important, especially in easy mode. Okay, no longer thirsty. Cancel. What's the event? We thought it'd be a great idea to have some role-playing fun. We called it Thunderdome. We spent the rest of the day trying to write a script for a performance. Okay. Fun. Somebody's knocking at our door. Yes, let's answer that door because it's going to be good. We played hide and seek. The longest round we were able to play lasted for 10 seconds. That's pretty funny. Not hungry, weirdly. But you're hungry, and you're hungry. Who's at our door? The last we expected to see. Shelter was a trumpet! It was played by someone who's not actually a trumpet player. Absolutely. Let's let him in! Let's see how easy mode is if I just make a lot of weird decisions. Thank you. Oh, look at this jug of water. Our guests enjoyed our hospitality. They told us we deserved better, so they shared their supplies with us. They gave us a few water bottles and spent some time telling us stories of the wasteland. Quite a few stories, in fact. They promised to tell us more the next time they're in the neighborhood. Amazing. Ted needs some water. Mary Jane needs some water. Everybody needs some water. And you need some food. We probably would have done better with food, but that's okay. Oh dear, we just remembered planning on taking a trip south 2 months. Alright, nope. Shellshock Studios! My alert didn't play, but thank you for the follow. I have no idea why the alert didn't play. It normally does. It did earlier. Thank you for the follow. We're already on day 8. We're just breezing through. Just to catch you up, we played the tutorial. This is my first time playing this game, but I've played the sequel, so I kind of know the premise. We played the tutorial. We played normal mode a few times, did okay. Then we played hard mode, did horribly, and then now we're playing easy mode, and I'm just kind of rushing through it, just because I'm curious what's going to happen. We can make it work, even in Toronto. Wait, are we in Toronto? We heard the best thing in Europe, blah, 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 whatever. I'm kind of speed reading here, because we just want to see what happens. Someone's very serious banging on the hatch. We're scared to open it, but it might be some good news. Really? Yeah, we're not scared. Open it up! We're doing everything. This is easy mode, so we're doing everything, even if it doesn't seem like the right decision. A group of travelers wearing gas masks and carrying some serious-looking equipment gave us purified water. Before we could thank them, they turned away and left. Opening the hatch was a bit risky, but it seemed to give some of us awful sickness. The coughing's driving me crazy. Mary Jane contracted an illness. Oh no, Dolores is fine as well. So I don't want to use the health pack, and here's why. the game has indicated that on easy mode, people can get over sicknesses. So I don't want to use the health pack yet. A trash can becoming full of empty soup cans. Unintentional bucket overflowing, both attracting and strange flowing. Nope. We can't. We don't have the supplies for that, unfortunately. Timmy's back? I hear... Yes, Timmy's back. We have a glowing bug down there. Oh my, that thing is huge. And there goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We're already feel all dirty. We're so afraid for Timmy, but he came back with all his supplies. We never liked people who boarded long-distance buses with baggage full of food, especially the kind that smelled bad. But in our current situation, we'd be more than happy to find a suitcase filled with canned soup or even some smelly cheese. Our local athletics team had some bottled water. Mary Jane's condition isn't getting any better today. Everybody has to drink something. Including Mary Jane. Okay, so that was not great. Not great. You're hungry, not thirsty. You're thirsty and sick. You're thirsty, and you're thirsty. Yeah, he brought back more water. We have so much water. Alright, we'll give her one more day, and then we'll see. Mary Jane's feeling so-so. Ted's condition is not the best. We could send Dolores. Okay, we're sending Dolores. Yeah, here we go. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see what's around the corner. Yep. Let's use a flashlight in case it's the dog again. We don't want violence. We just want to say hello. We have 2 cockroaches now, so I think we're going to need to do something about them. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing was so tired it stayed with us. Well, it'd be nice if he ate the cockroaches. How is everybody? Hungry? Soup. Hungry? Soup. Sick and hungry? Soup. Alright, we said one more day. We said one more day, so we're gonna give that to her. Ted. Was it Ted that was going out? Or Dolores? Dolores was the one in the best condition. Gas mask. Axe. And... how about a bottle of water? We have so much water. I don't know what taking a bottle of water along does for you. The one thing it should do is make you not return thirsty. That's the one thing it should do. But we're gonna need some soup. She's no longer sick. Time to ration supplies. There's nothing to ration. He's tired. These cockroaches aren't playing around. Yes. We now use the gun for the cockroaches. Don't break the gun. Don't break the gun. Don't break the gun. The gun is not broken and the cockroaches are gone. This is the benefit of playing on easy mode. The roaches might have had the numbers, but it turned out to be strategic masterminds. After they murdered their leader and showed severed head to the army, the remaining roaches scattered. Oh, this is very dark. Thirsty, and tired. I heard a ringing phone. Head should get it. Don't get radiation poisoning. We're at day 14. Okay, he looks okay. Okay, we answer the phone. The call got short. Okay, so it seems like the first time you answer the phone, it, like, starts this, like, next event, but it doesn't actually happen yet. Tired, thirsty, and hungry. Wow. Alright, kid. Yep, a radio could help. We're starting to get the radio events. That's good because that unlocks, like, oh, the military's coming. Just survive longer. We're able to get a weak signal. The fallout shelter is mostly gone. Be much safer to trap the surface now. There we go. So, hungry, tired. We need food. Oh, a rat? Rats are usually smaller than a cat. Okay, we've got the gun. Let's take out the rat. Don't break the gun, don't break the gun. Ah, we broke the gun. Darn it. I think there's like a high chance of breaking anything you use, so we've already used it once. Not great. We lost the gun, but the cans have been saved. Mary Jane is no longer hungry, but she is thirsty. We've got plenty to drink. Plenty to drink. We're running out of food. Yep, keep that radio going. As long as we don't break the radio. Day 17. Easy mode. I have a feeling Dolores is going to come back with a bunch of stuff. We knew it. The government has not fallen, and they're coming to save us. We'll see, but that's the story for now. Still tired. Still thirsty. We're trying to think a day like blah, blah, blah. Well, she's too young to give orders around here, so she's getting a birthday present. We just need to pick out something. We're giving her a deck of cards. I hope she likes it. Dolores is back, and doesn't look like she's fared well. Mary Jane loves cards. We got our suitcase back, but not much from in it. 2 cans of soup. First aid kit, great. I didn't see that. That's good. More water, and we lost our axe, and we lost our gas mask. The last expedition, maybe we could drive out of here. Yep. Timmy's rested. He's no longer thirsty. Okay, so she's gonna be tired and hungry. Everybody else is pretty good. Oh, there's the dog. Now we can feed the dog. We weren't able to feed him in a previous run-through, so now we can feed him. I know that's like 1/4 of our entire food, but I want to see what happens when we make a dog friend. I feel like a dog is a great companion in the apocalypse. That's my opinion. I wouldn't know. I've never been in an apocalypse. The dog was back to his former self in under an hour. We didn't know what they put in that can of soup, but man, that stuff is good. We decided the dog needed a name. Pancake! You can name a dog anything. They love it. Okay, perfect. So now we have a dog, which in the future will probably help us. Oh boy, yep, we are running out of food though. Someone needs to go on this expedition. And I think it needs to be somebody that is thirsty and hungry, if you know what I mean. See you later! Now we don't have to feed her! Alright. You're gonna take your map. Not the radio. I'm gonna say not the flashlight, actually. The flashlight and the radio are responsible for too many events, so that's... She gets the map, and she gets a bottle of water. She was thirsty, so that works out. She was also hungry. 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 Thirsty. 1 minute was all the next time we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves. That wasn't a choice. It's just telling us we need to get a grip on ourselves. Okay, we seem to be doing okay. We need people to come back from expeditions faster. We're done fighting, but for how long? Still hungry, huh? Oh no, not hungry? Tired and fatigued? Perfect. Boy, I'd really love to send somebody else out. We're about to start our book discussion of the book we've read. It was the phone book. We're interrupted by a rapping, knocking on the door. We found out it was a group of refugees who survived the blast. They're doing much worse than us, and they begged us to provide us any water, food, or medical supplies. Absolutely, let's give them water. We've got so much water. I'm glad the game is giving us an option, because it's like, oh, whatever you have the most of. Looks like they didn't give us anything in return. Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed. Dolores complained she can't get a good night's sleep. Okay, so we just gave them water and they were happy. Timmy is very brave. Yeah, we're pretty close to running out of water here. Or food, rather. Ah, there isn't a lot of space down here. We can smell everything. Okay, we've got one of those bricks. Let's open up one of those bricks. Hopefully it's not a rat. Oh, they broke the radio. Perfect. So I think you should not open up the brick unless you have a cat or a weapon, because they're going to break the radio. So that's frustrating. I'm frustrated with myself because I think this game does things like that, and you actually can remember. It's not always random. It's random, but if you have another plan in place, like if we had a cat, the cat would have eaten it or something. A young man paid us a visit today. He told us the story of his brave sister. Absolutely. We're going to send our wife to go save his sister. Absolutely. The young man, who was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed, readily friendly. Anyways, they're really thankful. Nothing make us happier. Okay, well, they'll contact us soon, so if we survive in the future, that'll be good. A group of people dressed like wizards. They're eager to trade some of their supplies. We invited them in. They had some food. They brought real pre-apocalypse money. They thought the coins were magical. They didn't agree. Okay, wow. We didn't argue. We didn't argue, rather. Read that wrong. They really wanted us to sell us their radio. Claimed it was Evil Whisper of the Dark Lord. We gave them a bottle cap. We gave them a bottle cap and paper money, and they traded us. That is a Fallout reference and joke, I believe. So, anyways, we got... The important part is we got 2 cans of food and a radio. Like, that's the game... That's the game on easy mode. Because there is no way something like that would have happened in other playthroughs. Ted is happy to risk his life in the way. Dolores says she's fine, but we're not sure. Timmy is in good health, but full of optimism. Okay, so we'll send Timmy. Hey, it's Pancake! Our friend is back, but he seems very nervous and he keeps barking and jumping. When we open the door, he rushed out only to come back a moment later and again. Maybe we should follow him. Take the map. If you're gonna follow him, take the map. Absolutely. This game is so different on easy, where things just fall your way a little more often. A well-prepared hiker always takes a map. That's what we always say. Thanks to our trusty atlas, we were able to take a look at the devastation of our town and come back, rather than our shelter just in time for dinner. Pancake tagged along for a while, but left before we could get in the bunker. Okay, so I think if we had taken something else, maybe something else would have happened. But that's fine. Alright. Thirsty. Thirsty. Hungry and thirsty. Timmy's doing great. And Timmy's on his way out, so see you later, Timmy. Timmy, take the map. And take a bottle of water. That's all we can spare. That's all we can spare. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what he'll do. What we'll do if he doesn't come back. Mary Jane is still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Mary Jane is no longer hungry, no longer thirsty. Okay. I mean, we're doing fine. Everybody's fatigued. I don't know how to fix that in this game. Oh, a sleazy-looking trader. Oh, shoot. Last time the mysterious bag had a cat. I don't know if it always has a cat. You know what? We're just saying yes to everything because everything's going our way on easy mode. But this is literally half of our food supply. Okay, so he has a cat too. So it's just always a cat? That's interesting. Okay, so these random events are random-ish. The trader has a cat. If you trade him food, you get a cat. That's just a given. Unfortunately, that means we're going to need to give the cat another can of food. Like, right now. An army is on the radio again! We're asked to have a few cards to the bus stop to mark how many people occupied our shelter. Yes. A use for the cards. Good for us. Cards are in place. All we need to do is wait for the army to pinpoint the location. That shouldn't take long. Yeah, hungry and thirsty. Thirsty. And thirsty. Oof, we really need Timmy to come back. Enough of this plain, tasteless water. Dolores is really craving a cup of coffee. Well, if you're craving a cup of coffee, go for it. Dolores' favorite diner used to be a few blocks away. Maybe somebody should go. Well, it should be her. She knows where it is. She's familiar with it. She's motivated to get the coffee. So, seems like she's the right choice. Great! We got a whole pot of cold coffee. The taste is weird and it didn't have any sugar or milk. Who needs milk and sugar? It's better just to have a good brew. But it'll do. It's a step up from the bland, slightly irradiated water we've been drinking. The pot only held a few cups worth, but we gulped it down in a mere minutes. All of us are very alert and ready for anything for the next 5 minutes or so. That is so true. Fatigued. How are they fatigued, but they just had coffee? I feel like the game is kind of messing with us there. The story doesn't match. We've already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing in the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. How about that? Should we prepare a mushroom feast? Absolutely. There's no chance that these mushrooms are poisoned. By the way, pro tip for real people, don't eat mushrooms unless you really know what you're doing. Ooh, look at everything Timmy just brought back. We are golden. Those were delicious. Our only concern is that they're glowing in the dark. Now are we, for that matter. We're afraid for Timmy, but he came back. He brought the suitcase and the map back. The expedition went directly to the primary school. Not for educational purposes. No, we're desperate for supplies. We got a can of soup. And 2 bottles of water. We have so much water, a gas mask, and the survival book. Not bad. Not a bad trip at all. So Timmy is going to be hungry and thirsty, right? No, just hungry. Prepare that expedition. We'll probably send Ted or Dolores. Or maybe Mary Jane. She's more than ready, it said. As a fresh addition to our little family, we need to keep an eye on him, believe it or not. Just today, he noticed something on his collar. Seems a metal address with it. Should we take a quick trip? Yes. If we're successful on this trip, we get rid of him for a couple days, and then he comes back with some people. So, yes. Before... weird. Before we reach the end of our street, we're stopped by 2 men. Okay, same thing. Alright. Fatigued and thirsty. Fatigued and thirsty. Fatigued and thirsty. Hungry, tired, fatigued, and thirsty. Well, I thought we were going to send her out, but she is fatigued. But oh well. Gas mask? I feel like the gas mask is good. And then map. And, you know what? Let's do the water. So far, all our expeditions where we sent water have gone well, so... I have no idea if that's in any way connected or related. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Time to ration supplies. We don't need to do anything. Our last expedition brought us news of a vehicle parked down the street. It sure looked unique, but we never got close enough to get a good look. We're almost certain it's not a bandit trap. Perhaps we should send someone to check it out. Let's send Ted, because I'm going to assume in like 1950s North America that he knows more about cars. You know, we're playing the game. I like Timmy's hair is just like super crazy. A shocking discovery, it was a rusty tank. It was a little crispy around the edges, and it was missing some wheels and other crucial parts, but the seats were fairly comfortable. Wouldn't it be amazing just to drive away and leave this behind us? Yeah. Timmy keeps falling asleep in the chair. He needs a few days of rest. Okay, life is hard for all of us right now. And ration supplies. Fatigued, fatigued, fatigued. We got a can and a half, so we're in trouble. They gathered some resources they need to help chop wood to build houses. Nope. So, unfortunately, the people came back that we helped with the weird, like, bandit camp thing, but we weren't able to help them build houses. If we had the axe, I think we would have just, like, unlocked the next level to the game. It's unfortunate, but we don't have any tools. We can't just chop wood with our bare hands. Ha-psha! We had to refuse. To our surprise, they found... we found the cat back in the shelter. Yep, same thing. Where is the water Ted needs? Well, there you go, Ted. Thirsty. Thirsty. Hungry and thirsty. We're getting critical here. He seems to be fond of our checkered board. It's his favorite game. Should we let him play with the checkers? Absolutely let him play with the checkers. What are you going to do? Stop him? He's a cat. Good luck with that. Good luck. As soon as we allowed him to play with the checkers, he instantly got bored of it. He sat on top of it all afternoon, leaving us with no entertainment whatsoever, the selfish bastard. That's the entertainment, is watching him. What's this? This is new. This is new down here. I have a new thing. I'm excited. Fatigued and hungry. We're almost out of soup. Fatigued. Fatigued. What do we do? A loud crash surprises Sheik. Surprise Sheik, bit of debris falling from the ceiling. Truly a recipe of a good start. He found a new toy, innocuous wiring. Yep, we're going to do the wiring thing, but hold on. What's down here? Oh, this is us rebuilding the tank to get out of here. Await further instructions from the military, get an axe to help them build, and now we have a tank. Okay. Well. We're going to talk to these strangers that we think were listening to us, but it turns out they weren't, kind of thing. We grabbed the cable and followed it. Yes, yes, yes. Same thing. Same thing as before. Once you play a couple times, you start to learn them. Okay, hungry. We're officially now under 1 can of soup. The agents weren't spying on us. Should we let them in and hear them out? Yes. Hopefully they bring us food this time. Give us food? No, they did not give us food. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of us. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. We got plenty of water. Plenty of water. We couldn't get a clear signal from the radio. Yep. Let's hope our daughter comes back. Alright, hopefully tomorrow. We are almost out of food. She could come back with like 4 cans of soup. We don't even know. Since we didn't have a gun, soldiers shouldn't have any issues with us. Okay. And ration supplies. He's hungry. We're almost out of soup. Life in the shelter can be a real strain on personal relationship. Privacy is forgotten. Could really use a quiet moment. How about a picnic at a nearby park? Sure. Horrible idea in real life, but we're playing on easy mode. Okay. Doesn't look like a total disaster. Nothing like a romantic outing in the post-apocalypse, blah, blah, blah. So the gas mask came back, and the map came back. We found a refrigerator in the middle of our neighbor's lawn. It isn't edible, we tried. Okay, 1 can of soup. We got a can of soup and ammo from that trip, basically. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. Okay, so we still have some food. Timmy can do it. I think Timmy's going tomorrow. We might be safe inside these walls, but there aren't other problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. Okay. Let's use the health pack, because I think the game it's one of the random events that's going to help us sleep. It did use the health pack, but that would mean that we're not fatigued. Our first aid kit was well stocked with a variety of medical supplies, including a pack of sleeping pills. We never thought we'd use them, but in this conditions are right, blah, blah, blah. It was a nice change from our usual tomato soup. We're rested now, and we can enjoy our time in the shelter. Okay, so that's the benefit. Although he still says fatigued and tired, so much for that. They all still say fatigued and tired, so a little bit of a lie. But maybe there's something on the back end that actually makes that more likely to be successful. So far, taking the map has worked. I don't want to take the flashlight. The flashlight, we haven't got a ton of uses out of it yet. But it usually is responsible for a lot of the random events, so I don't want to send the flashlight out. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Fatigued. But we're not tired, so okay. There it goes again. The noises, weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes, walls, or is something behind the door we don't know? It's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax. Let's play little checkers. Not cards, because the cards seem to be used for other things, but the checkers seem to be used for our entertainment. Having some fun. Helped us forget. What's down here? We still need an axe. Oh, yep. We're definitely going to use the radio. And who needs what? Hungry? Fatigued? Hungry? Ooh, that would be our last soup. Everybody's going to get water. And we're going to see what happens. Maybe the radio will give us a little bit more food. I don't want to use our last bit of food. I want to wait. Because what happens if it's like, oh, you're going to die if you don't eat one thing? We didn't get anything from that? We took the radio with us. We probably could listen to some music. They still play music, don't they? Huh. Fatigued, hungry. Okay. Nobody gets anything. I think, so similar to 60 parsecs, we cannot continue with progression until we get an axe. And we don't have a way to make an axe, so the game needs to give us an axe in order for this to be successful. I wish we had an axe. Yep. Hungry. Everybody gets water. I'm like wasting water at this point. It's been a while since there was another message from the military. You want us to send out a person to meet the sound, some kind of precaution, or is it a trick? Who should we send? Okay, who's in the best shape? Fatigued and hungry. I'm going to send Dolores, and here's why. She just got hungry. So she's presumably the least hungry. Timmy's back, and we got a little bit of food. And we have an axe. We have the axe. We might be able to do this. Okay. He didn't bring back the suitcase, though. Darn it. He got a can of soup and, of course, water. Health pack, this is great. An axe, but he lost the suitcase. Lost the map, too. Oh, no, it took a beating? Okay, it's damaged, but we still have it. I think someone followed us. Hope it doesn't happen again. Great. Everybody gets food now. I mean, that's it, though. Like, he brought us a can of food, and then we all got it. High-tech setup involving paper cuts and yard strings, blah, blah, blah. This should surely land us in a VIP bunker soon. Successful expedition, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're sending Ted. So now we need the brother and sister, the twins, to come back, and we need to give them the axe. I think Ted is dead. We lost Ted. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll come back soon. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. Now thank us for doing your civic duty and promised to be back with more information. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Everybody's hungry. Great. Fatigued. Hungry. That's it. We're officially out of food. We're giving our last little bit to the kids. That's it. Turn that radio on. We're very close to like unlocking the next level of stuff. Ted's not back, which is very worrisome. Once we had waded through all the static, we found a transmission, but it was hosted by some... Not talking about conspiracy theories. There are aliens. I don't want to say confirmed, but we saw a flying saucer. Dolores wants water. Yeah. How about everybody gets water, even though Timmy doesn't even want it? The problem is simple. If we don't wash ourselves, we'll get sick. I don't know why we're using ammo to wash ourselves, but how about a gas mask? Bug spray would have been a good option, too. I hope the twins come back, because we have the axe for them. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If we can survive a little bit longer, dirty ears. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Timmy needs to rest. Everybody needs to rest. Hungry. Fatigued. Tired. Brutal. Savage. Wrecked. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind the door. We peeked out this morning and saw a leather suitcase. It has no address or name on it. We're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? Absolutely open it. What could possibly go wrong opening up a random suitcase? Ted is back. Ted is injured. That's okay. But he did not bring soup with us. Him. Not okay, Ted. Not okay. It was full of money and jewelry. We obviously got rid of the worthless junk, but kept the suitcase. It's rather classy. And we're sure we'll find a use for it. The recon mission was a risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even the best of times, full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other. We barely made it out. So, yeah. Ted looks very weak and hasn't eaten. It might end very badly. Darn, this is not what I wanted. Ted... We needed Ted to come back with something. Otherwise... I mean, otherwise, we're gonna be done soon. We're probably gonna send Ted out on an expedition, just because he's gonna starve to death if he stays with us. Timmy's been sitting there staring into space. Maybe we should have a chat with him. Yeah, of course we should have a chat with him. The game gives you options sometimes where we're like, who would say no? I guess if you're doing like a crazy run, if you want everybody to go crazy. Alright, we're on day 50. This is easy mode, and we are rushing through, but we are also like out of food. Even a word or two might be enough to brighten somebody's mood. Dolores has been putting on a brave face, but she must be starving. Ted's injuries were healed. Okay, so... Is anybody thirsty? You're thirsty. Let's at least give the thirsty person thirstiness. Thirst. Ted, get out of here. There's a decent chance you might not come back. We are not giving him... We're not giving him the radio or the axe. We need those twins to come back so we can give them the axe and unlock the next progression. They're probably going to give us food. They come like every couple days, right? Mary Jane isn't looking good. Alright, everybody gets water. We initially thought it was thunder, so it was knocking. Yeah, open the door. Please give us food. The end! Wow. What are the chances? What a turnaround. We were doing so good, and then bandits. Something that we haven't even run into on hard mode or normal mode. And it turns out, like bandits, game over bandits. We opened the door expecting friendly faces. Instead, we were beaten, tied up, and forced to watch a band of raiders plunder our home. If there was ever a time I thought the shelter was home, it was right then. Wow, this, like, went dark fast. We survived 52 days. That went dark so fast. Well, it shows you, even on easy mode, the game, like, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Wow. So easy mode definitely is easier, like, Like we got a bunch of just free stuff. Can you just ignore the knocking? Absolutely, we could have ignored it. I was intentionally saying yes to everything, even things that seemed like bad decisions. Because if you notice, yes decisions 14, no decisions 0. I wasn't making critical decisions. I was kind of playing into the easy mode and seeing kind of what would happen. I was really curious what would happen. I was surprised that's what happened. Because usually when something bad happens, your radio breaks or somebody gets sick. That was game over. So there's probably a percentage chance of a game over, and we got a little unlucky. Like rolling snake eyes and craps or something. We just got unlucky. But in a kind of a fun way, I think that's the perfect place to end it. Enjoying this game? I probably will come back to 60 parsecs and or 60 seconds. I would love to actually beat them. I've only played the 60 parsecs, the one in space, one time. But it was 3 hours for one game. Where here, what did I play, 5 or 6? So I like the faster rounds. I'm a little bit more experienced though, so I don't know. Or maybe I had a really good run on 60 parsecs. So I like the idea of a 10 to 40 minute round, depending on how you're doing. So I think I might like this game a little bit more. But they, high replayability. Yeah, exactly. Their whole point is replayability. And I am a little curious to see like what the achievements are. So thank you, everybody. And hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday or next Saturday. And remember to check me out on YouTube. Okay.